going to be our GGtoor locked and loaded number 2 nerdRage versus 4 Frenchies, a best of 5 grand finals.
The seeds is ready up. We're going live, ladies and gentlemen. The countdown clock has started. So welcome to our grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. Have fun's out in the chat from Moolah as we're making our way to our first middle. The rollouts are coming hot, thick, and fast. And I'm going to be watching Elacore on this first mid, making his way across that bridge. Going to be jumping into lobby, collecting his pack and going around top. Going to be picking out early, sticking to the doorway, arrives slightly before Nasboy. Nubby with a fast bomb. Nubby getting absolutely denied, and he's dead already. But he does manage to sink Thomas. So managing to get that kill early on as well, but nothing. It looks like we're going to see bombs coming out from Demon on towards this. Josh going down as well. Huge frags from Nasboy here moving forward in this valley area. No one's pressured seeds whatsoever, but Nasboy overextending there, going to be trapped off and is going to be absolutely murdered. Gazzy and Seeds going to be escaping this mid.
Yeah, desperate to escape with their lives, even with the potential of the Demol follow-up. They will be just happy getting out to last there. No problem there at all. Huge plays from these 4 Frenchies soldiers. That was really nice from Demol, but I mean, you know, 20 seconds into the game, we already saw our first weird Nubby play, so it is what it is. We will be seeing a nice little equal Uber situation. Importantly, we do see nerdRage not fully committed towards second now. Soldier has gone in. Pappy will be losing his life, with the rest of his team not looking to do that big commit, so basically just an opportunity to possibly get Josh in if he so wishes.
Yeah, he took one look through that doorway, saw that they already had the scouts on the high ground, and walked all the way back, so I think they're more than happy to play this slow on the side of nerdRage, get their controlled playstyle in the game, and Josh is just going to get his team back. They're all going to get buffed up, they're going to get ready, they're going to receive these sacks and see what they can do. On the side of 4 Frenchies, they often like to go for these double sacks. Double sacks becoming a more and more of an occurrence. Used to just be the single sack meta, where you just cause a distraction, spam a little bit and make things happen, as they are moving their way over to this alleyway area, looking like they're going to try and sack some player in here with a high bomb. Pappy's just going to be standing up on that high ground. Stickies are currently on the wall from Elacore to deny any counter bombs that could come Moolah's way. And Josh now, in fact, whiffs his bomb on purpose, so Nubby could get in high, really high, lands in the middle of an enemy team, and perishes immediately.
Yep, no significant damage at all. We do see scrappy fights absolutely everywhere. This should be the first frag just about. It's actually Pappy that goes down there. Somehow Josh is going to live. Demol tries to go and tries to do something, but he's getting cleaned up. Very nice little shot there from Miss. That is both soldiers on the side of 4 Frenchies going down. Spam is not their friend right now. It's going to be straight through the doorways if Josh can take this position. Actually does get blasted all the way into the back lines. Get cleaned up. It allows his team to get through though, but this is at best a trade here, and they're not looking like they feel it.
Great play there from Elacore and Thomas, just boxing them in that doorway so they could not get in whatsoever. And now we've got everyone back up and alive. Josh still on that 2-second respawner as Demon's going to be making his way back towards the fight. It's going to be Neo just poking around and lower. Pappy's going to be looking for that high bomb once again, and he is going to be jumping around that corner. They're just taking the space that they can on this second point. Nasboy's going to get pressured all the way back. They're doing such a good job taking the space. Nobody's going to be bombing forwards on towards Bridge, just jumping behind him. That's going to cause a lot of pressure now for them. But Nas is... he's got his work cut out to try and defend this point. It's such a slow spam game, hoping they're going to land something as they bomb Demo all the way out on top of Seeds. And Seeds does actually force out that Uber, but they've lost 3 players. It's a massive crunch. Moolah's going to be weak on their tail end of this Uber as well, so they're going to need to get the hell out of here. Seeds also, we're going to be able to collect that pack from lobby, however. And they're moving back towards Nubby with the bomb in towards Moolah. Good damage. They clean him up eventually with the long-range pipe from Nas. They do find Seeds though as Pappy makes the bomb happen. And that is going to be the midpoint captured by nerdRage. Very to and fro as the wipe comes in.
Yeah, that was, like you said, really difficult there for Nasboy. He was stuck in just the absolute worst kind of reload cycle, but credit to him, he hit some incredible pipes when it was needed just then. And honestly, maybe that was all they needed just there. So we do see our boys on the side of nerdRage taking control of the midpoint. Both medics dying, exactly equal spawns. So Uber's going to be as equal as an equal thing at this point. And we'll just be continuing to just slow things down for just a couple seconds, build up these Ubers and see how they can possibly break this little stalemate.
Of course, the solution to this issue would have been to go Kritzkrieg and just hard build it and run at them, but they've opted to not do that. They're going to keep it nice and safe. They're going to keep their Ubers and just play these stalemates. Both teams favouring the stalemate.
You know, it is map 1 at this point, okay? You know, there's going to be a lot of time for the Kritzkrieg to come out. We're about, 5 minutes into map 1. Give them time.
That's how you give domination, even. That's how you assert dominance. You just go Kritzkrieg as soon as your medic
Best
dies.
of 5. To the first mid, you go crits. That is actually the chat play, but here we go. Both Ubers going to be built up now. As always, this valley position is open for deep soldiers to go directly onto Moolah. At least this position will get taken. Josh taking position towards the point, actually gets all the way in towards the demo there. Gets cleaned up though. Flank taking a little fight as well. And this is just really... Oh my god, Neo,
no.
that's so sick. What a two-shot. And this is so scary. They're getting pushed all the way out towards the flank. Nasbo is already weak. Again, very, very important part. They're picking up Thomas. And honestly, maybe that was even what they needed just to get out there.
Yeah, Seeds just did a Forrest Gump. As soon as one player died, he was out of there. He was running for the hills, just making his way out. It looks like Elicor's done a really good job. He's just sticking up this choke point, and there's no way they can come through. No scout's going to clear that just yet, and this is going to try and clear these stickies away. But Josh is now going to get focused here, as he did make his way in towards them. It does die to Elicor's stickies. So the stickies are now dead, and that does open up some room. Mula's eating a bit of damage, but the flank from Pappy in towards Seeds does force out that Uber charge. He does get taken down for his trouble, but they're going to use this Uber charge just to get themselves the hell out of there. Mula, still retaining his Uber, is going to be able to push through lobby.
Yeah, absolutely worth it there. Sacking a soldier and getting that Uber out is so important. So this is looking pretty good right now. They can even keep a lot of their players alive. We do see Ghazi hiding towards lobby here. Demol taking a lot of position. He finds Ghazi, but unfortunately doesn't win that little 1v1. So Ghazi on the back lines. There is still this Uber to play with. They can go forward at any point if they feel like they can catch up to Seeds, but it's not going to be easy. It looks like they do want to try and go for it, but no! Oh. Thomas taking the pipe. He gets dropped in the Uber, and this is just... There's no way they can catch up.
Yeah, there was some poor communication, I think there. Thomas was ready to go, hugging that corner, waiting to get in there, turns the corner, gets sticky piped, and that's the end of his life. Like, no Uber coming around that corner is an absolute death sentence. As they find Elicor, Neo, and Thomas, the backcap threat is non-existent as Josh is all the way forwards, buying space for his team to get in. Happy is super weak, receives an arrow from Mula as they're going to hold this corner. Both soldiers walking around, and they're getting absolutely demolished. And they do actually manage to pop out that Uber of Seeds. So Mula's going to have a 40% advantage to now play with. A great play there from both soldiers.
Yeah, very solid. There's no world ever do they not use that Uber there. So absolutely the correct play to make. A little bit unfortunate almost for Frenchies. They were close to getting both their soldiers forward spawns. So there's an absolutely tiny window where it could have been nerdRage coming forward. But with the spawners coming in, the Uber coming out, they need to be very careful of getting caught on this flank.
Yeah, I wonder if they're... here comes the bomb, though, in towards Mula. Good damage, they clean him up. Ghazi with the flank from lower. A very nice coordinated maneuver there from the flank of nerdRage. They're going to be making their way all the way back out into mid. They're just going to retreat Seeds all the way back, just to keep it as safe as possible. In fact, giving him a pack. And now he's going to be moving all the way back here. Nice bombs from Josh. Managed to find so many picks here. Elicor's also weak. Going to be unable to... Actually, he does jump away. That's incredible. He's managed to make that happen on 9 HP.
He's an absolute champion. I just want to shout out Josh right there. Any situation where you can just stand around and take down both scouts in the enemy team, that's like, it's so bad. So even with these spawners just about coming up, there's going to be basically no chance at all. Uber does actually get used. Seeds, they're going to be chasing so hard. There's going to be every player in the world in on this. Elicor does get taken down. Mula's going to be really far away from this. Demol as well, and Pappy, they're all getting taken down. This is absolutely perfect for nerdRage. There's no Ubers to worry about. They just need to play this safe. Make sure they get this second point and to start playing towards last before these spawners come in. 8 seconds left on the clock. Neo trying to deny things a little bit, but he's just too slow, boys. That is our first round going the way of nerdRage.
Very well played there from nerdRage, taking that advantage all the way to the end gate. And they did manage to cap out that point, so very well played from them in this first round. Managing to catch all the players that they needed to catch on that second point, making it a very easy last push for them. The heavy wasn't quite enough to make it happen, so we are going to be heading into our second mid. That's 1-0 to nerdRage, getting their name on the board first in this grand final, as Nasboy is going to be making his way in towards mid, slower than Elicor once again, and they're just going to be trading out stickies. Elicor opting for this valley, Nasboy opting for the high ground this time around. Josh is going to be really deep though, and does trade out for Neo. It's going to be Demol taking that high ground on the crate on the right-hand side with the rest of the team. Looks like the bomb is now coming through from Demol, but nice that one there from Nobby onto the point, picking out Elicor very early on. Demol's getting absolutely denied and crushed, and he is dead. Looking like that Mula is going to be escaping here, but Ghazi already on the chase, looking for a little bit of a cheeky play onto Mula.
It would have to be pretty cheeky. There's still a good amount of players around Mula, and honestly, you know, even with everything. Oh my god! All right, it's all good. We are seeing, you know, a little bit of a delay with all of this chasing. It is actually nerdRage just only starting to cap mid now, so they're kind of trying to push second a little bit with only a maximum of 5 players here. So if they want to take a trade again, this is just over-aggression right now. They're even going to get the Uber forced out as well. This is kind of spooky.
Oh no, he does manage to link up with Ghazi, Seeds, and Nasboy's going to get caught here for certain. and he's going to get cleaned up there. But Seeds managing to link up with the scout doesn't mean that he's going to be able to survive the action that happened there. They needed to take that trade much, much earlier if they were going to have any chance of defending that point. It looks like Josh wanted to flank from lobby. Seeds is out in the open, however, but Tomas immediately dispatched. Josh bombing over, lands onto Elikor. Good damage onto both of them. Neo is absolutely destroyed. Josh actually getting piped there by Elikor on the retreat. Gaz is going to be flanking all the way from lower. Is eventually going to get cleaned up there. Elikor on a slither HP gets an arrow from Mula. He's going to survive. In fact, gets cleaned up by Mist, who runs in. And now Mist, Mula, in fact, is going to die here. It looks like it's pistol whipped down. Pappy also going down to the rockets of Nubby. It's going to be a massive Uber advantage if they want to make a last push happen. Depends on how fast they want to go.
Yeah, they have that choice at this point. They can play the Uber advantage, they can just try and get in. There's still just basically no spawners there. And Soldier's basically going, ooh, you have to go all the way towards point. This is now a little bit scary. The spawners will come up, but no. There we go, Mr. playing the objective, turns out. The point.
Yeah, Mist is showing up in this game. He's doing so well. We talked about it before in the pre-game, filling in for Moral Alexei's shoes, and that is a big, that's a big position to fill. So he's doing a really, really good job in this game of just taking that pocket scout role. He seems to be coordinating well with Seeds so far. So it's looking like a very solid performance from the side of nerdRage, feeling themselves in map number 1 EP.
Yeah, looking pretty good, but, new mid, new me. Going to be going into our third one right now. We see Elikor getting a lot of stickies towards low. A little bit of damage. Nice little pipe there from Nasboy. That's going to be fantastic, but it's all about Demul on the big bomb now. Missing that all-important air shot, surfing everywhere. Does manage to pick up those two. Amazing how those two players little synced up there. Nubby's going to be in the skybox, and he's just like, you know what? Nah,
no
right,
shot for you, sir.
Not feeling this one.
Elikor, unfortunately, the pipe went through his corpse. It's not what you want. But it looks like they have now got this Uber advantage to play with. 90% on Mula, and they're already stacking up for buffs in the lobby area, making their way in on the right-hand side of this last point. Gazzy hasn't even set the sentry gun yet. It's back in the spawn door. The cap isn't through on second even. The Seeds is actually out the spawn door. They have some time to play with on the side of nerdRage, but the crush is there from the side of 4 Frenchies. They're going to be making their way onto the point, and it's going to be a capture for Tomas. This was an absolutely destructive round for the side of 4 Frenchies, just showing them, yeah, this is a grand finals. Take it or leave it.
I love that. I love that so much. After the first couple rounds, a little bit back and forth, then nerdRage, just ekered it out. Suddenly, 4 Frenchies like, no, we're actually sick of this game. We are actually sick of this game. Let's just show everyone what we got. That's absolutely incredible. Just like that, we got ourselves another mid.
Incredible stuff coming out from this side of 4 Frenchies, showing them that they have what it takes. Lack of stalemates now as Nabi is going to be bombing in on the top right-hand side. Doesn't quite find anything there, and looks like we've got the bombs from Demon now coming in nice and deep on top of that shack, and isn't going to manage to find anything, getting denied away by a scout. Elikor manages to get a kill onto Nabi. Mula, in fact, dying to Gazzy in the backline there. So a little bit of a crunch coming out there. Just going to retreat Seeds all the way out, but Neo is on the chase, getting that flank in. Gets just two-shot by Gazzy. That's destructive. Demon as well.
Look at this guy.
No. They're dropping the hashtag Feel the Rage.
Oh, mate, Gazzy has had his Weetabix today. He is absolutely jamming right now. And that means with that, just a little bit of feeding, turns out they want to go in. They want to go for more. They have these heals. These scouts are towards the flank. They will be letting 4 Frenchies get the cap. They will get these forwards. But importantly, this is all about playing just a little bit slow on the side of nerdRage. If they can get this for free without having to use their Uber, it'll just be fantastic. Like, it'll just be so, so good for them.
Yeah, Elikor's got stickies here, there, and everywhere at this point in time. He's got some on the left, some on the right, and they're going to be making their way in. Seeds managed to walk his way in with these heals. Neo getting denied off that high ground. Demon's going to be taking it, trying to spam this team, as they're making their way into mid, and they are going to be able to receive it without dropping anyone at all. So they're just going to leave one scout to cap, and they're going to move on through lower. Mist is going to be receiving a bunch of those heals. Looking like they want to take an aggressive Uber here up this top right side. Neo is there, spots them out, makes the pull. They're going to be racking them all the way around. In towards last, it looks like. They just want to take this super deep. They do pop out that Uber into absolutely no one, and they're going to be running into seconds. This Uber charge is an absolute wild goose chase, as they've left Josh on second just to cringe bomb and do nothing.
They have actually been ghosted. They've been left on red by the entirety of 4 Frenchies. They're just not even acknowledging their existence at this point. That's like, we'll just get our own Uber and we'll just go to mid then, I guess.
Point is being captured.
Oh no, nerdRage missed playing horribly there. They've just given up the midpoint entirely and a free Uber charge. Seeds did manage to survive that escapade that they went on all the way around to the enemy team's last point. And Elikor now is just going to be trying to get through this doorway, muscling through all that spam. The sticky sink comes in. He's very, very weak on the low ground. Josh manages to clean him up as well. It's no demo man here, and Mula also getting forced off by Nubby. So a defense can now be mounted. 100% Uber for Seeds. Looks like they can take this in through the doorway and kill Mula pretty much immediately if they want to, and they do, and they manage to get missed in with this Uber charge. It's going to be Nasboy heading into lobby. 2 pipes down Mula, so that's a very nice play from him. But Tomas is in. Can he land the shots onto Seeds? He gets one off. We've got Neo coming into the lobby as well. He's going to be fighting against the entire team, though. Nasboy with the cringe, and Pappy's now in as well, and they all perish. Absolute destruction in this lobby.
What is happening right now? There was just about 15 players all sat in like the same meter-and-a-half square. That was just crushing, absolutely crushing. The taunt possibly, you know, question, little bit of a question mark. Sometimes you just need to swag it, you know. I guess maybe. No, take it back. Bad move.
Yeah, we're gonna. I think in history of TF2, taunting has only ended up in bad things happening, such as AMS losing the grand finals.
We don't talk about that. We don't do it. Shout out to your boy Hams. We love you. Right. So, this is for Frenchies player advantage of the significant kind right now. Even if it's only a minor Uber advantage. That's nice little rocket. Now, miss and then just Nubby as well. They keep getting this player advantage. Keep getting such a great position. Second's going to be theirs easily. They can basically walk in and get Uber on their way into last. And this makes playing so close as well. This is surely going to work for them.
Yeah, they're taking this Uber nice and deep. They're getting the damage down onto Gazzy. Gazzy surfing as the heavy. Gets forced all the way across. It's just going to be Josh left alive, trying to fight against this point. Can't do so, hasn't got the HP. And that's going to be 2-2, bringing it level now for 4 Frenchies.
Yeah, there we go. 2 rounds pretty dominating there from nerdRage. And then right back to 4 Frenchies. So already map 1 of a potential best of 5 here. And yeah, we've already seen all this back and forth. 14 minutes left on the clock as well, so there's still a lot to play with. Interesting to see who decides what on this mid. We've seen some fantastic stuff inside of 4 Frenchies, so maybe nerdRage got themselves a little response now.
Let's see what happens. Elikor is going to be posted up in that nice valley area. They're going deep on him once again, though. Josh in very early. Sees him with a lovely surf. Does manage to avoid quite a lot of damage, but eventually gets cleaned up by a long-range rocket. They just need to keep Mula safe now. Mula actually getting juggled there by a rocket. Collects that health pack. They've got Nasboy and Gazzy to deal with. But Gazzy getting cleaned up there, and Nasboy is going to be running away here. Neo and Tomas on an absolute tear after this mid-fight.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. We do see... Oh, Nasboy! You cheeky little lad! Look at him go! He doesn't get another. No, he doesn't. That was so cheeky. That was so cheeky.
Assisted arson, basically, right there. Managing to pick up Elikor and Pappy. Nasboy there pulling out for his team. They're going to be able to mount some kind of soft defense. And they do, in fact, get that force out. 2 soldiers holding that doorway, and both scouts are distracted. They see meat and they want to destroy it. So it looks like they're just going to kill off that soldier and make their way back to second, secure that point. And offer up some kind of backcap threat that they'll be able to do now. They've got that point cap. Tomas, in fact, is going for it, gets the 2-shot down. The entire team is running back for it. And of course, that is what you get when you cap at that point. Mula did die in all of that. Seeds has his full advantage, but a lack of players to defend this point with. As they are coming, bombing in for Seeds. They want this man dead, and it looks like Demo getting in behind as well. Seeds is now in a very precarious position. Hits a very nice surf there. Elikor still in, and is eventually going to get rocketed down. And that's basically going to be a wipe with Tomas going back to pick up Mula from the spawn.
Yeah, very, very nicely done there, Seeds. You know, get himself a little frag, but importantly, getting that Uber, keeping himself alive. That's very, very significant. Second will be theirs, nice and easy. We do see on the side of 4 Frenchies, Neo picking up the sniper rifle. Not seeing much off-classing so far, but an opportunity to show off his little bit of sniping prowess there.
Yeah, Neo going to be making his way up to the top left side, and he has been spotted, and that Uber was immediately popped out by Seeds. He does not risk anything with these Uber charges. They're getting Captain down now, and Josh is getting boxed into this lobby. Is going to manage to escape with his life, however, as they did find Tomas, who is currently on 3 dominations. I'm just going to point that out.
Good God. That is a lot of dominations. Even on a pocket scout, that is pretty significant stuff. Mula, 97%. We see Josh go pretty deep. Focus on this damage to begin with before going just a little bit on the back lines. Uber does get forced out. A lot of damage being dealt. Great bomb there by Pappy, sending everyone everywhere, but actually just loses track of Seeds entirely, allowing him to make his escape.
Yeah, they are bringing forces forward now, however, with the damage they've achieved with the Gazzy pick. They want to get some kind of space to get this force onto Seeds, but he doesn't even have Uber yet. He's at 90%. And looks like they're going to move their team in towards mid, just taking them as much as they can. Nubby getting cleaned up there by D-Mall. They're making their way in this top-hand side. It's going to be Seeds popping out the supercharge. Nasboy's on the chase in towards Elicor. They do find Neo with the Uber. And they're going to be making their way now in towards lobby. Elicor still holding, posting up in that lobby. Thomas is here to support. The bomb comes in from Pappy. Doesn't quite find anything. The bomb from behind from D-Mall manages to kill Josh off, so the main caller is down. And Mist is going to be moving in once again in towards this point. They do have the capture still. Elicor getting cleaned up by Mist. Mist is on 6k right now. They're making their way in. Muller is cleaned up as well. Mist is destructive. Gazzy kills Thomas. And this is going to look like a round here for nerdRage. They're making their way in towards last already, Epley.
This is absolute cleanup crew. These scouts on the side of nerdRage are dominating. Nice headshot there from Neo. Taking down the medic, but my boy, that doesn't stop them from capping the point right now. He goes for it. He somehow gets Nubby as well. Does it delay just long enough? Double has to do so much. There's surely no way. And they'll just about eke it out. Now those two last frags from Nas confirming what is a third round for nerdRage.
Incredible stuff there for nerdRage. They are doing such a good job in this game. They're just taking all the small advantages and turning them to an absolute disaster. Hashtag Field of Rage indeed. Seeds really poking and prodding at the side of 4 Frenchies as we come into our next mid-fight. This is, of course, the 6th mid-fight of the game. We have 5 rounds expired already. 9 minutes 30 remaining on the clock here. Demo making his way towards the mid. Nice damage there onto Nasboy, being forced back into lobby. It's going to require an arrow from Seeds, and he does collect that, in fact, so he is still alive. Looking like both teams are posted up defensively for this mid-fight. Neither team wants to give an inch. Josh taking that low ground now. Fake bomb coming in from Demo. Josh now bombing up to the high ground. Gets immediately denied there by Thomas. Shot into a wall, but he did find Pappy. Nubby also bombing in. Finds Elicor, an even bigger frag. Miss is going to be taking this point. Demo's bombing in towards Seeds. Seeds with a very nice surf. Once again, though, avoiding all those skyrockets. And Neo, Thomas, and Mula are going to be escaping this mid. Neo eventually going down. And that's going to be a nerdRage mid.
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. When they have these mids that just start going the way of nerdRage, they seem to just make it absolutely work. Definitely a reason why they picked this map. Obviously, didn't manage to get onto Mula there, so it will be an equal Uber situation, but it's still a pretty comfortable position to be in. 8 minutes 30 left on the clock. And, I mean, in the back of the head of nerdRage, they've got to be thinking it'd be nice to... Oh, that is...
Well, this is... yeah, this is terrible. This is really bad. They've used that Uber on second. And they've lost everyone.
Oh,
Naspo
no.
once again hitting. He needs to stop hitting the taunt gun. He's going to lose the grand final if he keeps doing this. But anyway, they're making their way in towards this lobby. They want to take the super aggressively. They do pop through the door, but the rest of the team has committed a delta split right now. Muller has disappeared into the ether, and Miss and Gazzy standing on the point 4 times down. That's 4-2 to the side of nerdRage. They just played them like an absolute fiddle.
Goodness. Yeah, that was just perfect. That was literally just everything nerdRage wanted. Everything they could have possibly asked for. Now they're finding themselves 4-2 up. There's plenty of time left on the clock, but that is a nice little cushion there. They can afford to start slowing things down whenever they want, or just keep on going. It's still very much possible for them to win limit.
They need to hit the Eames. We're not going to mid. Elicor going to be sticking on this main door, though. Nubby's going to be managing to muscle through. Elicor does get those stickies out, so he has to now reload most of those stickies. Taking the high ground now. Both soldiers on the low ground, not in the position they want to be in. Pappy's getting heavily pressured, but they have managed to get all of this ground forward. It's going to be Nubby bumming forwards in towards Elicor. They do take him down there. Nice sticky from Nasboy. They're managing to reclaim all the ground that was taken away from them by 4 Frenchies. Pappy taking that high ground is going to get shot down to the low ground. Josh coming in with a bomb in towards Demo. Pappy going to try and defend his comrade. And meanwhile, while all this is happening, Mula has escaped. He's back in front.
Yeah, important thing right now is the fact that Seeds has got his charge, and oh, looky me. That's a crit scrig I see right now. You would imagine that all of the 4 Frenchies would be aware of this, but I mean, it's possible that in the fight, in the drama, in everything,
They've popped it, it's going
yeah.
through. They get Thomas with 1 crit sticky. They're trying to fire them desperately into the spawn door. They're not finding anything. Oh, rocket comes through to Pappy. Another pick has been found. Mula still has his Uber charge, however, and second has not even been captured yet. So they're just trying to bait them forwards, get them to use their Uber charge, force them on this last point as much as they can. And they're not managing to find too much here. They're just spamming at long range, looking to take this Uber charge forwards. But the back cap threat, once again, is now there. The second point has gone through. They're flooding players in behind. Josh is on the point, taking a fight with Thomas. He's just going to be standing on top of it. They force out the Uber charge from Muller as well. Elicor there, taking way too much damage. Is going to mean that Uber has to be used. And Mist also going down. 3 down for nerdRage. But Seeds has 85% crit equally.
This could be potentially so huge. They're already going towards this floor position. Nasboy, he wants this one huge crit sticky towards point. The second they start capping, he can possibly go for it, but it's so scary. The spawn is just only coming in, and they're aware of exactly where he is at this point. Surely it doesn't work. The stickies come out.
Oh.
Nothing's
It's
connecting.
nothing is hit whatsoever. It's a massive cringe Krieg. Habib is basically in the server, and that's going to be ×5 on the capture as it goes through the cringe Krieg once again. Coming out from the side of nerdRage. They need to change tactic. Unfortunately, the Chad gun is not working for them.
Control point has been
Hey, Alikor doesn't even need the crit scree. He can do it with just, regular damage. Absolutely crazy play from him. And importantly, this is, it's mid for free. It's up, basically a full Uber advantage at this point. They should be able to get second for free as long as they're just a little bit careful. Or possibly just try and go all the way in. They do actually get forced by Josh. Basically just walks down onto them. So pretty easy force from him. Lobby does go down, so there's that little bit less spam. It's possible they can try and go all the way to last here. And that gun was actually on second of all places.
Yeah, that gun set up in the forward spawn there by the off-classer, and it looks like they're going to be heading in towards last with the second capture going through. Gazzy doing a really good job of just denying all this. They're getting arrowed up by Seeds as well. Gazzy has somehow managed to survive, and that is really good for them. He's going to be going off to swap back onto Scouts so they can make this push out happen with the Uber advantage that they do have. Making their way now into lobby, 90% on this Uber. Mula up to 40%. The 50% advantage is pretty huge, and they're stacking up forward back cap. It looks like Neo sitting in that bottom right corner is getting ready to make that happen for his team. Looks like they're just going to be very content on chilling out on last, though. nerdRage not wanting to give them an inch. It looks like they are perfectly happy with setting up on last.
Slowing it down just a little bit. 4 minutes 25 left on the clock, which does mean that basically they take it down a couple more minutes and it's basically not possible. Jamal, the deep bomb, but is actually happy. Actually, both swords going in, possibly doing so much damage here. They do. Oh my god, that's.
3 players down for both teams. Josh is still up, however. Seeds in a very precarious position. Does have to use that Uber charge first. And Mula is out of there. He has not even used. That was incredible bait from him. They're not even committing to that play. And they just get the hell out of there with their full Uber advantage. And nerdRage now going to have to scramble to get this point off them. Josh just waddling into them, though. Manages to get the force out of them. And that's an amazing play from Josh, carrying his team right now.
It is. Oh, that is so huge. After that kind of crazy play, now it's basically in a position where nerdRage kind of need to get the players and almost start considering. Well, I mean, just kind of doing whatever they can, just basically turtling on last at this point. It is actually 4 Frenchies going all the way in. They're already managing to get this one all-important frag, and another onto last point. No stickies towards point is going to be pretty significant. Josh trying everything he can to keep a hold of things. Are they managing to do it again?
They somehow hold that. They had about 50 HP between them, and they still hold. That is incredible coming up from the side of nerdRage. The Turtle Masters themselves have managed to hold this point. Seeds now up to 100% Uber charge. Looks like they are going to set up for another defense. Gazzy is up on the Engineer instead of the Pyro this time around, and he is going to be building up that sentry gun, wanting to get this defensive setup happening. But for Frenchies, they do not want to allow them the space to do so. They are making their way in towards last already with the sack. Looks like D-Ball's hitting the skybox and he's bombing around to the flank, trying to kill Nubby. Nubby, however, is aware. Lovely counter jumps from him. Does manage to avoid everything, and they find everything that was thrown in Nubby's direction. Tomas, super weak hit, is going to need some beam from Mula as they do pop out that Uber running across the point. They get a ton of damage down on this trade already, and it's going to have to be Tomas running out here. Here's no one else to support that Uber. Does kill Miss though. Tomas, absolutely destructive. Nas Boy's in a lot of trouble right now. He's on the low ground on 1 HP. Manages to get cleaned up there, but Josh catching a respawner in towards Mula, gets some good damage down. Neo is the lone survivor, getting cleaned up by the rest of the team of nerdRage. It's going to be another hold as D-Ball is coming all the way back in towards Josh, though, taking that high ground from his team. It's going to be a rebomb coming in from Pappy, trying to kill Seeds. They miss everything, and Mula is going to be going back towards lobby, getting cleaned up by the scatter guns of Gazzy, the rockets from Josh, and they're going to hold.
Oh, my days. That, yeah, like, it absolutely makes sense. 4 Frenchies had no choice but to try and do something crazy there. And they were so close, but just this defense from nerdRage, just that little bit too good. Now, at this point, 1 minute 40 left on the clock. There's basically one opportunity here. 4 Frenchies kind of need to cap it. Basically just go in off Uber, somehow drop Seeds, cap the point in 20 seconds. It's very nearly impossible.
It looks like they are going to be making their way in towards this left-hand side on the flank, trying to find something, but Tomas getting killed by a sentry gun. There is no pressure on the sentry gun whatsoever. It is ripping them apart. Mula didn't even use the supercharge. Pappy's going to go down in main to Josh as well. Josh with the 4K to clean it up. And it looks boom! Okay, that's a Gazzy crits directly in Mula's face. Great.
Absolutely beautiful. All right, 60 seconds left on the clock. That is going to be rounding out our map 1 nerdRage, taking Metalworks away, but there's still potentially 4 more maps to go through here, so incredibly back and forth in the different situations there, but just, nerdRage showing just that little bit of a extra prowess on this map.
Yeah, once again, like I talked about in the pre-game, it was their map pick. nerdRage picked this map. They knew they were confident coming into it, and still a very good showing from 4 Frenchies though on not their home turf in this game. So I mean, it's going to be a solid series for sure. But it looks like 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Some people going for frags. This is your time. Get your clips, you guys. Air shot to Pappy. Double air shot from Nubby. Takes him down. Incredible stuff there. Cleaning up my soldiers are goat, says Seeds in the chat.
He's going to get another one. One more. Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
Cut that out of the clip. Cut that out.
Yeah, that's it's not big. Okay, great. Nubby's getting another kill there. Oh, nerdRage as well. Nice. Clean up those logs for the rest of their team. Yeah, this is very, very much over now in this first map. So GG has been called 4-2 to the side of nerdRage coming to this first map, which was Metalworks. A very even game altogether, but nerdRage managing to slip so many more advantages in on their map pick.
It's a shame that they were bombing Seeds half the time, and the dude just doesn't die.
The man just surfs everything, unfortunately. That does show on the log. In fact, as we do have some numbers to look at. Some numbers. I know you love looking at numbers, but yeah, like you mentioned, the soldier bombs were pretty crucial. I think Demol does such a good job of getting space for his team. Unfortunate about the 29 deaths that were involved with doing that, but did manage to get tons of room for his team and kind of made it happen. But they were trying to bomb Seeds, like you mentioned. He only died 7 times in this game. We are moving, of course, into our next map of the series, which is Process.
Fair. Well, I'm going to look forward to watching that as well. We do see 6 players on each side already in the server ready to go,
If you're not prepared for the spoon to come in, you've got to have your crosshair tilted permanently at a 90-degree angle in order to see this guy coming. As we are now going live for map number 2 of Process in our grand finals for Frenchies versus nerdRage. This is 4 Frenchies map pick, so we're going to see if they can come back in this game. 1 map down currently in this best of 5 series. Elikor making his way in towards mid already, but Nubby is super... Oh my god, he got demolished! Oh, I just have no words. He got airshot by the soldier, airshot by Elikor. That was absolutely insane. Sit down, sir. Josh is going to be moving forwards on this mid, however, and it looks like nerdRage are just going to be taking this mid fight off them, but I have nothing else to say there. They demolished Nubby.
That is actually disgusting. What an actual mid-win there from nerdRage. That's... Okay. Even after all of that. Okay, right.
Holy God. Okay.
One of the best mids I've ever seen, full stop.
Yeah. Okay, so Mula did in fact die on that mid-fight, so nerdRage going to be making their way in. They're going to be pushing through 1 right now, making their way up to the top left corner. Naspo's going to be sticking off the spawn door immediately. Nubby, in fact, does get cleaned up there by Elikor. Again, he's just died to him twice, but they do find Mula pretty much immediately in the spawn door. It's going to be Demol trying to defend this point now. This is going to be going for the frags. They don't need to worry about a medic here, so they're going to play nice and slowly. No heavy coming out for the side of 4 Frenchies. The bombs come out from Demol onto the point. Lovely airshot from him, though. Going to be able to stand on top of this point now. Pappy gets cleared up eventually. That's going to be 1-0 to the side of nerdRage to start out this game. Jesus.
That is just... What a sick round. What a sick round. I just enjoyed that start to finish. I'm not even going to try and explain what happened, because that was like art at this point, right? New mid, new me. Let's have another one of those.
Good lord. Right, so Elikor making his way in towards mid. Nubby's doing the same thing. He's in super fast. Oh my god, these soldiers. Josh cleans up Demol immediately. Rocket to the forehead for him. Going to get cleaned up instantaneously. Tomas going to be pushing on this flank side, however. And Elikor, they're both cut off from their team. They need to focus down this demo man immediately. And both players do manage to do so. Gassy there escaping with a slither of HP. Neo getting cleaned up as well by Mist. And that is going to be a mid-fight win. 3 players currently down for the side of 4 Frenchies. And they need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, this is spooky times. It's going to be very difficult for them to keep a hold of second, and they're aware of it. They're just like, nah, man. I'm just going to get myself on last shield, get this Uber. That's the all-important moment right now. Prevent anything crazy from coming out from nerdRage at this point. Just play just a little bit slow for a moment. We do see Neo spawning on the engineer, so we should be seeing what is going to be pretty the classic little 4-hold once that gun is set up.
Yeah, there's going to be a stalemate coming out here. Tomas has no intentions of sitting on last the entire game there and is currently spawned on the sniper class. Elikor picking up Josh there as he tries to make his way in towards lobby as well. It's going to buy them some extra space here. Tomas is going to be peeking from 1. He's going to be peeking. Does he Seeds? Oh, he shoots the door. The door comes down though as Demol steps away from it. Unfortunately, he did have his crosshair directly on Seeds' face. Oh, that's so sad if you're the sniper of Tomas.
It is pretty sad. Pappy picking up Gazi, though, does make this a little bit easier again. Oh, the headshot from Thomas.
Boosh.
Absolutely annihilating that point. No stickies to worry about. And you can see nerdRage are like, no, we are not interested at all. We're not getting anywhere near this entire team. Nobby is actually on spy, though. And this might be like the kind of crazy timing. Like, there's no way in the world that 4 Frenchies are expecting him to be on spy right now.
Yeah, here's the play, right? You go in, backstab Thomas, taunt and kill bind. Great.
Or something more impactful.
Or something better, which he's going for right now. He's in behind, doesn't get anything at all, gets cleaned up immediately. But there are frags going toing and throwing. Nubby and Gazi are currently dead. It's going to be Pappy moving through. They are going for this Uber trade, though. Mula still hasn't had to use. Has just wasted Elicor's buff, however. He's going to be moving back. Josh is going to be jumping away from this trade. Miss going to be moving back now. Is going to get absolutely annihilated by Neo. He's just running across this point. He picks up 2 kills there. Neo doing an excellent job with that Uber charge. Elicor getting denied by a sticky there from Nasboy. And they're going to move all the way back, and looks like 4 Frenchies managing to claim this mid. Thomas still up on the sniper, though.
Yeah, it's pretty significant right now. It's going to be very, very difficult to keep a hold of second point when these players down. These headshots still ringing out. How Thomas didn't get that frag is beyond me. That was so little health there from Nubby. But again, this does mean there's just that one extra bit of spam knock right there. Oh, the move! That's so huge!
Oh, what a bomb from him. Josh is going to be trying to go into salvage something. It's just going to be running in and dying, unfortunately. They do find Pappy. Miss going as well, trying to salvage something. Nubby also just been running in. They're just trying to buy time, it looks like, as they are running into this point. Just to buy time for the Gazi sentry gun and for the Seeds respawns. They can get their buffs and get the sentry gun built to mount some kind of defense. And Mula on 90% overcharge right now. They're going to be trying to get in towards this last point before they get this gun set up. The gun currently level 1, and that's all it's going to sit on, and it does get taken down there. Nasboy, in fact, dying to D-Maul. Unfortunately, they're going to be staying on this point. And Gazi Pyro is out, so they do have some hope of chance of winning this. He's somehow still alive, air blasting everyone, but unfortunately, they do cap out the point there. Elicor getting unflashed is going to buy them for 1 point.
That was very, very nicely played there. That all-important frag. I didn't even see how Demul got onto Nasboy, but that's so crucial. Not having those stickies to play around on point means it becomes so much more difficult. They physically have to put bodies on the point on the side of nerdRage. But then there's an Uber there as well, and you just die.
Looks like Nasboy is making his way towards mid. Josh is coming in nice and fast, though. Nubby also in super fast. Oh my god! Oh! Nubby! 2 insane rockets to just knock D-Maul into the dirt as the first rip comes through, but Pappy finding Seeds in the backline, however, is going to get them a medic pick. And Mula is just going to be escaping all the way back on second. Jesus! Nubby, calm down, dude.
It's crazy because just literally from all of that, the bit which really matters right now is the fact that Mula's alive. They can actually basically just continue healing, continue focusing these close nerdRage players. Oh my god!
Oh, bye-bye. Oh, he lived! Oh, no. Thomas getting off the scatter gun to the choke point. Nice 10 damage rocket there just to save his own life in the choke. A very good mechanical skill coming out from Nubby. But unfortunately, he does in fact die. So they're going to be able to reclaim this mid on the side of 4 Frenchies. They do have a massive 70% Uber ad to play with. And they're making their way in towards sewer. And they're going to be moving all the way over to this launch pad area. It's going to be Elicor now. There are stickies currently on that wall cut. They do deck prematurely, however, and don't manage to find anything. The span is coming out. They're trying to just get them to use this Uber charge in second while holding very loose here. Seeds is ready to escape at a moment's notice. But Elicor bombing in. They're landing on top of Seeds.
Oh,
into lovely D-Maul. Finds 2. Finds Nas. Finds Seeds. Neo's going to be capping up this point pretty much immediately. Josh in lower, however, does get spotted out by Neo. That's a nice direct onto Neo's face. Does bomb up though. Gets cleaned up immediately. But unfortunately, there's so many healthy players on the side of 4 Frenchies. They're making their way into last. They want this round on the board right now, but Mula is getting bombed at. Lovely movement from him, though, just to defend himself. 4 respawners managed to come up from the side of nerdRage. They're trying desperately to defend this. Gazi is running forward, gets pinged down by sticky bombs there. They do pop out this blue overcharge. They're going to cross out the massive damage in the spawn door. The capture is about to go through, and it does, and that's going to be 2-1 to the side of 4 Frenchies. Lovely aggression.
Very, very nicely played there. This is definite just momentum, aggression, like you say, on the side of 4 Frenchies. I'm just going to shout out right now, Demul is the absolute king of rollout, you know? CS has the king of banana. Demul turns out king of rollout here. Don't ever question him in his domain.
Yeah, that is his city rollout. But looks like Pappy is feeling a bit of what Nubby felt. And Josh and Nubby are going to be going in super fast, trying to clean up on towards D-Maul. They're both going to be chasing him in towards sewer. Nubby's in fact going to go take that 1v1. in the sewer area. Neither of them have died yet. Pappy's going to be jumping all the way nice and deep, though, in behind. And Caesar's getting mega pressure from both sides here. Gazzy's trying desperately to get some forward momentum as Demol is, in fact, currently dead. Pappy flank coming in on towards Josh, and is actually going to die there to Gazzy. So much potential in the bin. Nubby's already super far forwards, and they want to chase.
Yeah, that was possibly so good there, but massive reads there from Gazzy and the rest of his friends right now. So this is continued aggression on the side of nerdRage. They are trying to walk all the way in at this point. Nice little sack there from Nubby, not really hitting any damage at all though. And there's one player on the way back. It's actually Seed having to use his Uber, and basically everyone's on like 0 HP. It's gonna be so much better for the side of 4 Frenchies if they can kill this scout, which they do.
They do eventually kill Mister. He was schmoving and did manage to survive there, but looks like the bomb comes in from Pappy onto Nas, and they manage to lock him in mid. Seeds has already escaped all the way back through this midpoint, so Mula up with a small Uber advantage now, managing to get around 10% add, so it's not a lot to really play off of, but they do capture this midpoint off the back of it, and they didn't manage to deny that many spawners, only denying 1 on Nasboy, but Josh going down to Demol is going to buy them a lot of space here coming into the second.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty good situation. Elikor trying to rain down some death here, just spamming some pipes, trying to see what he can do. Take a little bit of position, but you say it's not the easiest push if they want to try and get in here, especially when he's a little bit split from some of these players. Pappy does take a lot of damage towards grass. They do have an opportunity, this 20-ish% advantage, but it seems like a little bit of miscommunication here, actually. Yeah, Neo going down there is really not what you want.
That's kind of just a sack. Like, that's fine, I think, if you're the side of... If you're the side of 4 Frenchies, you send in your sack aggressively, and now they've got to get in a position to counter-sack. And they were so far back that this counter-sack is going to be very late. So the spawner is about to come in for Neo, in fact. Only 4 seconds left on his respawner, so good job there from 4 Frenchies. But we have got a super high bomb from... How has he done that?
What was that? That was the most perfect timing I've ever witnessed. What a crispy 2-shot.
Oh, good lord. So the Josh distraction bomb buying space for Gazzy to get the 2-shot. That's absolutely incredible that they found that. And now they have to try and sack into second onto Seeds, who is known for surviving. So now they're going to sit and wait. Neo has respawned on the sniper, because we all know Seeds likes to pop out those Ubers in the face of a sniper.
Absolute classic kind of play. Right, okay. I feel like they're going to be aware of it, you know? I feel like they're going to be at least thinking that this is a possibility here, especially when that first shot rings out. It is actually a body shot, and Nasboy takes him down, so this is all important now. They do try and see if they can go all the way towards this left-hand side, try and pressure all the way into choke. This Uber does get used. There's a lot of players to try and catch him. We do see Miss picking up Elikor. Getting Pappy as well is going to be quite nice now. They can actually look to keep on moving if they want. That Neo Sniper, he has to do a lot to be worth the same as a scout, and it's not an easy thing to do at all.
He's super close to choke as well, so he's going to get bombed and cleaned up pretty much immediately. It's a great play there from Nubby to notice that one. And they do capitalize super hard on it. Mula up to 80% Uber, but they are currently pinned on their last and waiting for those respawners to come in before they make anything happen. Josh is the only player that is remotely weak in lobby, just buying a lot of space for his team. Seeds up to 40% Uber charge now, so they're going to see what they can do here coming in. Gazzy and Elikor, in fact, going down to Gazzy. Nas also going down as the Uber charge comes through from the blue team. And Seeds is going to be the hell out of there. Looks like some kind of weird 4-man sack just happened.
Yeah, a little bit bizarre there. Actually, there was a big position where Demol could have decided to focus on the Seeds, but instead he went for those fragging players. Definitely read that situation, felt that those were far more important, but it does actually mean that there's going to be Seeds surviving about a 40-ish% advantage at this point. So it's going to be 4 Frenchies trying to take some decent position on this mid-fight before that Uber does become activated.
Looks like Miss going to be taking that high ground. Demol's bombing up, gets mega focused down though by the side of nerdRage, and they're just going to shove them all out. Elikor, in fact, jumping away from Death's Door, and it's going to be Demol super weak in this corner, but they do pop out the super charge. They're going to be bombing in nice and deep. Nasboy there pressing the S key just so he can link back up with his medic, and they are able to take the second point off of them before they come back in. Mula up to a 90% Uber, has walked out, getting flanked by Josh. Josh is coming through one. This could be an absolute disaster here. Josh is walking in. Good damage onto Elikor now as he gets that frag. Neo super weak as well. Josh is finding it. Mula is the only one on the point right now. Josh is so large. Mula ducking and diving actually drops down from the point there. Nubby's going to be going up there, and they do manage to clean them all up, unfortunately, there. Holy moly, Josh with the flank, winning it for his team, it looks like.
That was so sad there for Mula. I think that was 97% there. That was just so close to being everything that they wanted. This is now nerdRage just in this position. They I mean, they've got Uber advantage, they've got player advantage. We do see four Frenchies basically, maybe from just pure desperation, they feel like they can just go all the way in, try and take an absolute hard fight here. Siege is already on 85% though. This is going to be very, very scary. I feel like four Frenchies may have just massively overplayed their hand there.
It looks like they're going to be heading in through one as well, looking like they're favouring the supercharge. They don't even use in, and they're in for free. They have not currently used, and they do eventually pop it out just to avoid taking too much damage. Mooner's getting boxed and scored. Lovely bandy bind from him, though, just to only just survive. And it's going to be Josh on the low ground, receives an arrow from Seeds. Actually jumping back to think he was going to receive it. They're just going to be jumping on top of this point. Muller here, desperately defending it. Lovely stuff off the point. They're doing a really good job of just peeling this point with the heals. Happy's going to be standing on top of it. The collapse comes in from the side of nerdRage. They force them all off the point. That's going to be 2-2. Now in an even game on process, 16 minutes remaining.
Good God, this feels very, very similar to that Metalworks game. There is an awful lot of back and forth, some huge plays from each team, and it is very, very difficult to see who's just gonna slightly eke it out this game. I don't know. This is gonna go down to the wire, this map.
Looks like they're going to be doing the same thing again. Nubby's in super fast. Going to be landing directly on top of Elikor, running like a book on sewer. So no Demo Man currently in this mid for the time being, as he needs to get a pack and come back. And loads of damage down from the side of nerdRage, but looks like Devil's going to be trying to crunch them in this choke point, as the rest of them are just going to leave. Move it down to 18 HP, and somehow all of four Frenchies survive.
Yeah, this is going to be all important right now. Seed's getting himself all the way away. I don't believe anyone's chasing him immediately, so this will be a position where they can try and take some position towards last. Possibly an opportunity if four Frenchies want to go for some kind of sack onto last before you get like the classic gun and, I don't know, heavy and sniper and all those kind of shenanigans. There is an opportunity if four Frenchies want, or they can chill for just a moment, you know? Take a breather.
Take a breather indeed. Devil's going to be trying to run in though, is desperately flailing to try and make something that actually gets a rocket onto Seeds. That's more than I thought he was going to get there. That looked disastrous. Thomas in fact going down in lobby there to Nubby. Nubby with a really aggressive maneuver there to pick up that frag. It's going to be Josh going in from top right now. Gets some damage on towards Elikor. Does force him all the way back to the choke. Neo's going to be pushing back though. It's going to be a bomb coaching from Nubby with the spoon onto Mura. He gets the spoon out, kills Elikor as well, takes him down. And Pappy also getting cleaned up right now. Amazing play there from Nubby. We called the spoon in the start of the game, and it has now happened.
I love it. It's the spoon into the air shot, into the getting out as well. That is like absolute magic from Nubby there. So good. We do see scuffles towards the flank. Nubby's just, you know, checking another one off, because getting frags at this point is almost incidental, you know? He's just playing around, just seeing what's going on. We do see Thomas on the sniper already being spotted though, so this is a little bit of a position where, again, like, Siege is going to be reading this. Like, this isn't going to be really an opportunity where, unless he does something crazy, I think they might just, yeah, they're just going all the way deep, all the way to rollout even.
Pappy is still currently in, and he gets loads of damage. In fact, finds Nasboy, so that's a really nice pick to find there. No Demo Man, so they're not going to be able to stick you off this one door as Thomas picks it on the sniper. Oh my god, Josh is so damn good at this game, even in these horrible situations. Okay, never mind. He was the bad guy who's killed Seeds. Great.
This is, yeah, Jamal is just playing with people as well. Like, these soldiers are just doing insane stuff. Soldiers on both sides. This is almost bizarre after a certain point. Okay, well, I mean, there'll be a moment just to take a breather, take a reset. We did see Thomas die, so he will be spawning back on the old scout class. Mula, 100% Uber and 100% Uber advantage. So it's their opportunity now. Four Frenchies want to take control of mid. Get a nice 3-point win if they possibly can.
Oh, Elikor jumps into near death there, trying to take as much room as he can. Mula still has the supercharge into his name right now. They do pop it out and go super deep in for Seeds, but Seeds is already out of there, so not going to find anything with the super other than Josh on this point. But the back cap is coming in from Gazzy. Gazzy's in the 1v1 with Demol, and we know how those end up. It's going to be Demol winning it somehow from the low ground.
Obviously, because, you know, the ball. He just, you know, he's just a nice sticky trap there from Nasboy, almost lazily picking up Neo there as well. But guess what? His buddy's here as well. Thomas doesn't want to let you get away with that at all. Oh, little bit of beef, but he's going to get cleaned up now as well. Seeds 90% on his Uber all the way towards the last. The recontest could come in if they want to go for it immediately, but they won't stop them from capping. And with 12 seconds on Nasboy and Mist, they don't really have the chance just yet. When they do get those spawners in, they will have to be really quick.
Yeah, they will have to be super quick here. Mula up to 65% Uber charge. So it looks like it's going to be squeaky on this push out. If I was the side of nerdRage, I'd be content to just sit and chill. They have in fact got Mist up on the spy. He's going to be spy checking for off classes. So it looks like they are just going to be holding here. Gazzy, in fact, up on the Pyro, so they are going to be chilling. So we're going to see what the side of 4 Frenchies want to do here, if they're going to send in some sacks, and how they're going to take that in equally. Any suggestions as Josh is getting murdered in lobby? And so is Gazzy. That's how you do it.
If they could just if you get 2 players, that would be great. Also, Mist being on sniper, getting forced all the way back into spawn means he's not really around as medic. They do get just about position. Both soldiers going to be going nice and deep. The easiest force of their life. Even picking up the move doesn't make much of a difference. Scrappy fights on the back line. Snubby picks up Happy as well. But actually, the Uber is coming in all the way. This is going to be huge for Alico. Gets so much damage.
My God.
Before anything. This is crushing right now. Look at this guy.
Oh my God, Elikor, please just leave them alone for one minute. They're already dead, Elikor. Oh my good lord, that was disgusting from him. Like Elikor just walks forward, pipes, stickies, they're all dead. And then that's the last push. There's nothing else to say. That Uber did look a little bit disastrous when it came out the first time because they did lose 2 for the force and they could have just left and back in with their players and their full Uber ads. So they were kind of pushing the advantage really hard, but they do manage to get it in the end. So it's going to be 3-2 for 4 Frenchies. Josh going in for a super deep bomb that escapes up through sewer somehow, and it looks like Nubby's going to be forced back as well. This mid-fight is curtains for nerdRage already.
Yeah, absolutely. Great little read there from Elikor. He free sticky the shutter. Didn't quite get the frag, but I think just sending the soldier up was everything he needed. Now, he wants to go for more, taking great position towards point, but actually the stickies from Mula. Sorry, onto Mula there. Nasboy, he's still getting his pipe. How is he still living? How does he get the move? Nasboy, what?
Nasboy is just pulling out of the back. He's so aggressive. Like, even though he's disconnected from his team, he manages to find all of those frags. And it looks like they are going to try and re-push back onto second here. They do not want to give them this advantage. And they are going to have to step off this point, in fact, just to save their own lives as the respawn is coming from nerdRage. And now they're going to pressure back as well. They could set up for some kind of back cap, but I don't feel like that's in the 4 Frenchies playbook, unfortunately. And they're not opting to do it. Looks like Demon trying to pressure on towards IT right now. They do have the player advantage for the time being. Neo's going in towards IT. But not finding too much. Gazzy is the only player that's currently on the mid, and they need to commit here as they do use the Uber charge eventually, but they're not going to be able to find anything apart from Neo, who went in behind. Pappy eventually going in behind is going to take a one with Josh here. Oh, they managed to get both kills there as they trade out for each other, but this was kind of a disaster from the side of nerdRage. They didn't really find too much here other than the midpoint, and now they're an Uber distance.
Yeah, like you said, it was slightly disastrous, not an absolute mess, but it definitely could have been much, much cleaner. Elikor as well, very nearly got caught out there. He is going to be getting an all-important arrow, keeping himself alive. Mula now, a 20% advantage here. They don't want to let nerdRage get control of this point at all. Like, this whole time, it's been force spawns. Like, just the entire time, they've continued getting these force spawns, continuing to be able to fight just this little bit sooner, and it makes all the difference.
It really does. They're going to be making their way in through this choke right now. Mula only with a 10% ad left. Seeds is going to maybe get caught here, eats a bunch of damage and moving back on this team. They're going to be likely to bring directly back in through one, and they do. Seeds pops it as soon as he has it. Elikor jumping all the way out. Loads of stickies being laid up in the chokes, and Mula is desperately trying to escape. Lovely little jiggle from him though, just to avoid all of the damage, and he does manage to survive. They have got 2 picks currently, so they need to make their way into mid sharpish before these respawners come in. They do find Elikor there from Gazzy, and they're going to be able to take this mid off them.
Yeah, 3 very, very important frags there, so this is going to be a clean mid. If they can deny Elikor, which they will easily, they might even, just about deny Thomas as well, so effectively 6v2, they can take some decent position here. Fight early before these spawners get in. We do see Pappy going at nice and deep, gets a nice workout. Oh! Headshot as well.
Cheeky.
Oh, he lived so long. He lived so long.
No, disgusting there coming out from him. Mula's got 85% Uber charge right now, going to be chilling out on last. Looks like they want to give the space up on second. They don't really want to give up. Actually, they're trying to posture aggressively, but they're coming from 2, which is a super hard angle to come in from. And Josh is just going to be sitting in 1. In fact, kills off Thomas. So no scout for the push anymore. Alongside taking loads of damage, no one is making a decision on that push, clearly.
Yeah, that is dodgy. There was like a real opportunity. You saw like Elikor playing towards rollout, like, oh, let's go here. Then, the rest of the team's towards 1. It's just messy. Like, they still have this advantage. They can still push at any point. Thomas is now alive. I feel like they just need to like take a moment to just compose themselves. Like, right, boys, like, this is fine. This is still a very, very winnable situation. Let's just get in.
Yeah, they do. They use through lower immediately on towards the choke one here. Good damage down onto Mist as well. They do manage to clean him up eventually. And Mula's the skybox. So there's no more of a charge for the side of the blue team. They are flooding players in behind, but they are just getting cleaned up immediately. Good back chase there. It's just going to be Nasboy and Seeds left alive, so they can chase on the side of 4 Frenchies. They've spotted them out. They know they're the only 2 surviving. Seeds is pressing the S key, his favourite key indeed. He has 2 of them in his name. He's going to move back in this choke. They're going to be bombing in really deep. Seeds jiggling nicely, avoiding all the spam. Just get a supercharge. They pop it out, and Gazzy's up on Pyro, and they just burn them all down. It's going to be Thomas getting caught in this choke as well, and they got all those forward spawners and managed to contest so well. They're going to be able to take this point off them as well, and potentially pressure last.
Potentially, yeah. No Elicor life for 7 more seconds. Those stickies towards the point. They can play it, but they got to play it pretty fast right now. The more they duel, the bigger the chance it is for Frenchies to keep control of the stickies already towards point. No Scout able to play it just yet, so they're not really getting that cap time. Elicor now on that spawner. He's getting ready to go right now.
Point. They got so much cap time with that Pyro just air blasting everyone off the point. The projectiles are coming in. Mula gets the overcharge though. Lovely air shot from Nubby though. They need to just delta split right now, and Seeds has. He's escaped all the way out here, and it is going to be Pappy eventually rejoining the fight to assist the team, and Seeds managing to maintain that uber advantage that he has.
Yeah, in all of that though, they did get so much cap time, and they're about to be getting the Uber as well. The big push out does come in. I don't know whether Frenchies want to fully commit here. This is really risky, especially when Siege is just about to get his own Uber. If Elicor gets caught out here, this might be turtles.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be bombing in. Josh going super deep here to try and find that pig, and Seeds has that Uber advantage now, so they're going to be looking to come back in. And they still have that cap time down on the point. It has not been uncapped, and Pappy dying early is going to be disaster for them. They're going to be going through 4. They're Ubering in. They're heavy on the high ground, though. There are Stickies currently on the point. Miss gets a flash. The Stickies have been cleared, unfortunately, but he does get cleared. Eventually, nobody on the point, though, does manage to cap it out, and that's going to be 3-3. That remaining cap time making all the difference.
Yeah, super important. It makes it so difficult when there's already so much cap time on there. It makes it so difficult. You got to play towards point and dodge the damage coming in and deal with the Uber and deal with this and that, and just very tricky there. 3-3 here on process. 5 minutes 30 left on the clock. This is a Demol sniper to mid.
Oh, Demol Sniper to mid. I forgot about the Demol Sniper. It's one of the patented combinations alongside your passive Tomas Scout. So it looks like Elicor is just going to be sitting up and posting out in that choke. Nobody's going for a deep bomb with Josh, and they're both going to get cleaned up there, unfortunately. And now nerdRage is just going to get the hell out of there, despite the space that they were given.
Yeah, the space was given, but the soldiers were taken down, and without the damage, without the frags there was really no chance. They need to be very aware. No soldiers able to jump in and deal with the snipers. Very significant. Woo. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, good lord. It looks like D-More's getting them all the space right now. They fear this sniper so goddamn much that they have just decided to go to last. They didn't even want to defend that point there. Siege just not able to post up in a position whatsoever to be sport with. I just see Nasboy getting body shot for 150 as well. Does receive an arrow here. D-More's still sniping from 1. Second has been claimed. They've got players all over the place. Gazzy eventually getting killed there in IT is going to buy them some room here. They're going to be making their way in towards lobby to try and peek that sniper angle.
Yep, they want to do it. Nubby, gets so much easy damage from that fire left position. Combining there with Miss to take down Demol, so this is pretty good for them right there. No reason why Demol couldn't spawn again if he wishes, but this is actually... Alicor's playing very close alongside his scout there. The heals are pretty close as well, so this is playing on a knife's edge, but it is actually working out for them. They pick up Josh, get some good damage as well. This is very interesting play coming out here from Frenchies. Almost a little bit of disrespect. They're so good at taking positioning.
Yeah, that's so good. It looks like Frenchies, they did manage to take lobby, but they've got so many pokes and prods coming from every angle. We've got D-Mall going in towards fast as well, though. Bombing in, just gets reflected by Gazzy. There's no way you can do this. You can't do this. Respect the Pyro a little bit more, man.
Pyroclast, man. Pyroclast. Maybe, he'll just have to spawn a sniper again, It's just unfortunate. What can you do?
Nothing you can do. It's Gazzy Pyro. It's immortal. Anyway, they got Gazzy and Mist up on two pick classes right now. We've got the Mist checking. I think Gazzy's just checking off class as well. Mist snipes just for the counter snipe. They do want to kill D-Mall. Mist obviously feeling himself against the Dimall sniper. And Seeds is doing an interesting thing right now. He's just hopping around last. He does not have a care in the world. If a sniper picks from 2, he's just dead.
Let's just hope he doesn't, then. Just absolutely hope he doesn't. Pappy's actually jumped all the way in from rollout. Going to be getting reflected a little bit direct into the sniper. And, yeah, Gazzy's... he's pressed his mouse too button.
Yeah, I've just talked about it. Stop jumping into Gazzy. You're not going to be able to get a soldier sack off when Gazzy's on Pyro. It just can't be done.
Jump with the rocket jumper. Use a shotgun.
Boom. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Maybe they should do that instead. Can we unban the reserve shooter? Get that back in the game?
Oh, God, no. Right. Minded right now. We do see sniper versus sniper action. Hot sniper versus sniper gameplay. No one hitting anything too much. Both snipers remaining buff, so body shots ain't going to be enough to cut it. This is very interesting position for nerdRage because they're obviously on their own last. Any small little play, mistake, anything like that could make all the difference here. There's only 2 minutes left on the clock. If they lose a round at this point, there basically might just not be enough time to get one back on the board.
Mula nearly got decapitated by Mist there. He had a crosshair right next to his forehead, so that was a pretty scary situation to be in right there. It looks like the body shot to Nasboy, though. That is the pick that they needed right there to try and open up some room. No one's going to be able to hold on to 2 or 1 very easily now, as the Demo Man is dead. And of course, she's going to be spelling out pipes from 4. They do manage to find 2 picks, though. They do find Thomas and they do find Neo with the flamethrower and the body shot. So nerdRage going to be buying themselves some more space here. Pappy's still peeking, though, from 2. And he's just showing that 2 is ripe for the taking. If they peek their sniper in through 2, they'll get a clean headshot.
Oh my god, Pappy is so in it right now. That is just, a little bit interesting situation. And then, yeah, doesn't really amount to anything. So, okay. Right now, I'm witnessing Demol Sniper. Thomas is on the spy. Basically, at this point, there's no downside to 4 Frenchies, right? We would need an absolutely monstrous mistake into an insane coast-to-coast at this point. So the double off-class absolutely makes sense here.
1 minute 20 remaining on the clock.
Oh!
Thomas dies, so no spy shenanigans. XD dropped in the chat by Nasboy as well. Z's drops the hashtag Feel the Rage. That bind has been spammed so much during this game, but they're going to have to make a desperation play happen soon. It's going to be the pub push, I feel like, isn't it? Only 20 seconds remaining on the clock, and it's going to happen. They're going to make their way in.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. They're actually bringing Demol all the way back. Sniper isn't of any interest to him anymore. He's going to be on the old soldier class. This is still the defensive Pyro and Sniper, so are they just going to go for a dirty little trade all the way towards lobby? Both scouts moving towards this far right-hand position. Happy still playing a long rollout. If he dies, this is going to make it so hard for them as well.
Mula crossed the angle, and he does in fact use out that Ubercharge. Miss is currently trapped on Sniper, but they do pop out this Ubercharge in return. The Gazi Pyro blasting them all back into the point, and they all get burnt alive as Mula gets absolutely toasted. He is stage 5 toast right now. Oh, Eloquent, please come down and clean them all up. It's going to be a round. They get the round. It's 4-3.
What?
The pub push. Eloquent, with no time on the clock whatsoever to speak of, finishing up the game. Eloquent carrying it home for his team. He is Pipe Jesus himself, Epley.
That was absolutely insane. That went from such an equal position to Eloquent just being like, all right, boys, I've got my big boy booties on. Let's show what I'm made of. That was so sick. And after such a back and forth game, nerdRage right now must be just fuming.
Let's get some numbers on the screen for us right now. Yeah, I'm just looking over and I'm seeing 32 frags for Thomas. We are on to CP Granary, and it's nerdRage's map pick, of course. So we are seeing each team taking away their individual map picks with very, very small round differences. Any predictions coming into this game?
I've no idea what to predict anymore. I think I can predict just some damn good TF2. That's as far as I'll go. One, decide for me.
It's gonna be.
I can't. It's too hard.
3-2 to the side of nerdRage. That's my prediction.
Yeah, this is it. All 12 players on the server ready to go. This is our GGtoor locked and loaded number 2 grand finals map 3 already of this best of 5. This is nerdRage versus 4 Frenchies, 1 map apiece for each of these teams, so very much everything to play for. Going into this first mid-tier Elocore. Reasonable speed, not super fast, just getting towards his own pack. It was actually Nasboy slightly faster. Nice little air sticky towards Nubby, gets timed just a little bit, but Josh going for a missing bomb towards the left-hand side, gets some damage towards these scouts, but not looking for the full commit just yet, waiting for the big opportunity. Neither team going for this full commit across the point yet, just taking just a moment to see exactly what's going on. Demol actually playing really quite passive towards his own side. He does actually go down from this bomb from Nubby. The refrag does come in. Nice little direct there from Josh.
Oh, this
keep him
damage.
alive, though.
The damage from Nasboy just lands a wall of stickies in front of the enemy team, and Mula here just going to be trying to fight up against him. It's going to land a nice arrow on Nasboy early on, and the rest of the team comes in, misses him with the cavalry, and they don't let them have that 1v1. Mist is not escaping this, unfortunately. Missed with a 3k on that mid-fight. Very sad.
That's a little bit unfortunate, but honestly, I feel like, if there's a time where you don't want to let the honourable melee fight happen, it's probably in the grand finals.
Yeah. They weren't going to let them have that mercy fight. Unless Nasboy was on the Islander, then they might have. But that's a new demo meta for another day. Looks like we've got Elikor sticking up this point on second though, getting ready to set up some kind of forward defense on this point here. They have full Uber disad, unfortunately, for this hold. Neo's already up in the energy, building that level 3 sentry gun up. They're just going to buy as much time as they can using this Tomas sniper so they can get time for the engineers to get that sentry gun up and get as much Uber as they can. As the soldiers are coming up top right now, it's going to be Josh just taking the high ground, drops down. Nice direct into Elikor's face. They're going to force them out of the shutter door, and that's going to buy them second.
Yep, that's going to get them second now. 45% advantage. They're going to be going all the way towards spawn. Very nice damage, but they're already in that spawn door right now. Still, this gun to deal with. Demol dying up top is going to be fairly significant. But actually, Nasboy dying to the sentry of all things. Nubby, yeah, getting cleaned up by Tomas as well. That is not the push you want to see.
I just want to point out, Nasboy did actually get out of the range of the sentry gun, but the last thing it fired was rockets. So it just killed him.
That's tragic.
That's tragic, yeah. Very sad. So he just got picked up at long range there, but it looks like Mula's going to be making his way in towards the yard. They haven't got a 2-man advantage, and they are setting up some kind of loose hold on the side of nerdRage, but Nubby is on the lamp. Nobody checks the lamp. Nubby is in high, lands in, 6 the rockets, and Mula is forced. There you go, eventually. Nubby, in fact, dying pretty late there. Those squeaky bombs on.
That was very, very scary. I thought for a second that Mula wasn't even going to have to use. That would have been absolutely insane, but nah, just a little bit living too long there from Nubby. Actually, the counter Uber's coming in. This is Nasboy trying to do huge amounts of damage. He does get an all-important pipe, but doesn't stick anyone in, and that's almost a little bit difficult right now. This is going to be nerdRage looking to recap this. There's some still decent damage towards some of these players. Like, Mula's still significantly weaker than they'd probably like to be. That will prevent them from going from the immediate repush here. But this is like a 20% advantage. Maybe they just go for something giga fast when they get it.
Yeah, it looks like Neo is going to catch his respawner, so he is going to be there in time for the Giga Fast if they want to do it. But it looks like D-More is going to be heading over to that right-hand side. Defensive positions have been set up here. We've got Josh following him really early, though. Going to be going for the second attempt in towards Mula, and they whiff absolutely everything and get demolished. So they're going to be able to retake this mid for free. The double sack not quite working out for them.
Yeah, this is so perfect if you're on the side of 4 Frenchies. This is everything you could ask for there. It's a very, very slight advantage, only about 25%, and from that they'll get the entirety of mid. These 4 spawners do come up from the side of nerdRage, so it's not an absolute disaster, really. It's just, you know, it means they're playing from a little bit more of a back foot situation. We will still see an ongoing stalemate opportunities if 4 Frenchies want to try and do something. It's actually the Maul going in for a nice little skip, and then he just gets beat.
Yep, absolutely dead. So it looks like we're just going to be seeing a counter-attack coming out here. Josh is going to be making his way in towards Garage to try and get some space, but he's going to have to take a little 1v1 with Pappy. That is going to relieve some pressure, however, on the left-hand side, as we do see Nubby heading over there, but not quite finding an angle to get in as the respawner comes through, so they don't want to sack anymore. They're going to be very content with holding up in yard and wait for them to make a mistake.
Yeah, this will be, you know, almost nice, you know, to have a slightly more relaxing, slowed down pace to things after the last couple maps. You know, it was all getting a little bit hectic, and we'll just see both teams just taking their time to poke and prod, see if they can get the best possible sack attempt. We do see Demore once again, jumping deep once again, gets nuked down, gets Nasboy super weak, but without that frag, it doesn't really matter.
I love how Tomas writes in the chat before this sack, "We are sacking," and then Demon jumps through the door.
Amazing.
They know it's happened. They know that they're in this game state here. I've witnessed 15 minutes of just this extra on top of 30 minutes of game time on Granary. It's... ugh.
It is what it is.
I hate this. Resident Sleepers in chat, guys, for this Granary point. I want to see some funky off classes. I feel like funky off class is the best way to break this.
Yeah, it's very possible. There's, you know, different positions you can take in terms of sniper. You've got some weird little angles. Honestly, sometimes maybe just guys just goes pyro and just tries, like, you know, air blasting through doorways. What if you catch a soldier, you know, shooting a rocket stupidly and you just one shot the medic? It's very possible.
It's very possible. I mean, I'll be more excited for someone to do a J play where they just... okay, Demor, very nice. That was excellent. Skip jumps all the way through. Oh, never mind, he's dead.
No, this is good though. This is good. We do see frags being traded every which way. This was almost an opportunity there. Oh, Gazzy's just he's stuck. His mouse. Oh my god, he's Wing in. He's not stopping.
He's just Okay,
Brilliant.
he eventually dies. Great. Fantastic. Looks like they're going to be heading over towards the choke. They've rotated all their heals over here, and it has now been called out by the demo man. They see the heal beam, and Pappy's going to be jumping to try and take that high ground. Elocor's walked all the way in. Nice sticky sync from him just to push these players back, and they've forced all the way back to the shot. So Neo is now taking the high ground. Miss just toing and throwing. They're peeling their players very nicely here on the side of nerdRage, ready to take this exchange if they need to. And Miss is just getting healed up every single time that they try and deny him. Miss eats a pipe though right in the forehead, and that's going to buy some space right now. And it is going to be players jumping forwards here. It's going to be loads of weak players. Josh eventually going down there in the spawn door. They are wanting to take this trade down the side of nerdRage, just forcing them all the way back. And it is going to go back to quiet time. Sleepy time, Euclid.
There was a couple crazy little moments where, like, if one more projectile from Elocore had hit, like, that actually just would have been it. Like, he would have probably got, like, 2 or possibly even, like, 3 frags there, but just about, we just see nerdRage weathering the storm. It's kind of crazy that they manage it, but basically same kind of situation again. You do see Tomas sniping this time, so you do get your wish of some kind of off-classing, so we'll see what kind of a headshot he can rattle off.
Yeah, I feel like going for seeds is a non-factor at this point in time. I feel like peeking from left and killing the scout on top of the shack is the play to make, as Tomas is slowly edging around that corner. He's going to be peeking. Can he land the shot? No, not quite.
Well, you know, the thing is, the no-dodge dodge is more powerful than people give it credit for, okay?
Okay, I think he's been spotted. Mist has seen the angle. He sees him up on the sniper now, so he's just going to sit around the corner instead.
Yeah, does make a lot of sense. Like you said, getting onto seeds at this point is, like, yeah, effectively impossible from the sniper's point of view. Demol does try and jump high, tries to just do something big. Instead, he's going to feed Miss Logs just a little bit more. So, you know, after a certain point, I feel like they're just going to start going, you know, single stacks aren't really working. We'll try a double stack. Do whatever you can to just try and get the other team into pushing and just get out of this stalemate.
Yeah, it's just a very tough situation to be in. I feel like, okay, Seeds is doing a funny. He's just crouching in that lower area, using it as a box to just sit in. This is the best place to hold if the enemy team has a sniper, because there is no way for them to get a shot. Okay, Nasboy gets absolutely no. He picks the corner very wide. He gets cleaned up there. Unfortunately, Seeds eating a rocket as well from Pappy, and it looks like they could aggress here if they wanted to. Lots of damage down onto the side of nerdRage as they do lose 2. It's going to open up opportunities now. The stalemate has indeed been broken, ladies and gentlemen. Elocor's walking into yard, and they want to actually do things for once. And never mind, nobody's bombing and he's killed Neo. We're going back to the stalemate.
Oh my god, that is fat. No. I don't even see this being a stalemate. Neo and Pappy are down. That sniper's not on the cards. They can look to go all the way on the side of nerdRage. As long as they can avoid this little bit of spam from Elocore, just play very good, get some nice damage towards Seeds. Uber does get used. This will be a good bit better now for Mool, about 30% better, so they can possibly look to try and chase, but there's scrappy fighting happening absolutely everywhere right now. Very nice from Josh, but still getting traded down, and the rest of these frags all going beautifully the way of 4 Frenchies.
That is so upsetting if you are the side of nerdRage. They're taking that trade in through Garage too aggressively. I think they just had enough of holding where they were holding, and then that's the situation you end up in, where you end up losing so much ground there. Tomas getting cleaned up as well. The spawners all come through at the same time for nerdRage, so they're now all alive. And Mula has that 30% overcharge to play with in advantage. So we're going to see what they want to do here on the side of nerdRage. They're going to try and set up some kind of forward hold to try and get them to use their Uber early.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, I mean, grounding is a big last. It's not particularly easy to make this push at the best of times. We do see actually Neo going super aggressive, gets cleaned up before he gets that frag towards Josh. That makes things very tricky right now.
Oh my god, Josh!
What?
He just stands in lower and 2 rockets up onto Mula, and that's going to be the pick that they require in order to hold this last point. And Pappy is going to get absolutely demolished. Missed with the deny. Elicor's going to be walking on pipe. Tomas is currently in trying to take a 1v2. The Demon's going to be bombing left-hand side. Lovely deny there from Mist once again, though, just to deny those soldiers, and they do manage to keep Seeds nice and alive. So excellent maneuvers there from Josh to buy his team life.
That is absolutely insane. Josh is the absolute king of just standing on the low ground, shooting upwards rockets and just having everything hit. Elocore just about managing to not die there. That would have made a bad situation even worse. But this is actually just going to be Uber coming all the way out. Nasboy going super deep. He has the perfect opportunity to block people out. He hits the 1-point punch against Elocore. Not onto Mula though. Great little almost body blocking. Get down, Mr. President there. But they can keep on pushing.
They're just going to absolutely shove. Nasboy jumps in once again in towards these scouts. The bomb comes through from Pappy on towards Nasboy. Loads of damage in the gutter area on the right-hand side. It's going to be unfortunate now for them as they have to move all the way back after losing Pappy. Oh, Josh and Nubby with the flank, absolutely destroying them there on that garage area, and they're going to be able to take the mid off of the back of that. Elikor, the lone survivor, is going to be all the way back, just trying to set up stickies in the shutter, and they are all just getting cleaned out here, but they do get forward spawners on the side of 4 Frenchies, and they're just going to back spawn. It looks like Demo content to just say hi to the enemy team.
Yeah, we do see big Uber advantage now. Jamal may, honestly, at a certain point, maybe just go back to the other one, you know? You have that option.
Oh, God. He just was very content. He wanted to say hi so much that he walked out the door and died for it. So, looks like they're going to pop out the zoom shot in towards the sentry gun. The sentry gun eventually going to get taken down here. Some cap pressure does come down from the scout of Gazzy, going to be running at that soldier. They do want to take him down the skybox. They do so. It's going to be now Demol taking that pipe to replace that soldier which just got murdered. And they're going to be dropping on top of this point, and they do cap it out. This is the first round of Granary. It only took 12 minutes.
Oh, only 12 minutes, but I mean, a round is a round. Not going to complain at that if you're a fan of nerdRage, you know? A little bit slower than we've been seeing previously, but it is what it is. Now they've got themselves just a little bit of a cushion, so not too bad. Not too bad.
They can afford to play the slow game now for the rest of the game if they wanted to. They could just play slow on every single point. Elikor there coming in super weak. Nasboy though eating a massive damage sticky bomb very early on, and Elikor is actually sticking him out there on the right hand side. Demol comes in with a skip jump from the garage to clean up that kill on towards Nasboy, and it's looking unfortunate for them now. Nobody's in behind onto Mula though. Has not been spotted. Does the jump in towards Mula. Doesn't land any damage. Lovely move from him. Missed trying as well. Gets cleaned up immediately. Thomas there. The mega deny as it's a complete wipe for the side of nerdRage, and they're sending players forward without even capping mid.
That was just absolutely fantastic aim there from Thomas, you know. Pure pocket scout kind of gameplay. You stand still, just let everyone else come to you, rattle off the shots and get those all-important picks. Now, we do have, like you said, huge advantage here. After a 12-minute round, possibly, are we going to see a 60, 70-second round here for the side of 4 Frenchies?
I mean, it's what you want to see if you are the side of 4 Frenchies. They're already setting up the sentry gun for Gazzy. No Josh Miracle play coming out this time around. To save them from the uber advantage that they've accumulated. It's going to be Nubby just getting a little bit weak there, holding a little bit too far forwards. Is going to be able to get that reset, but Elikor bombing in towards the sentry gun. No damage down onto the gun, but Nasboy dying is very, very, very bad. And they're all focusing their attention on Demol in the flank. These players are now capping out this point here. They need players on the cap immediately to stop them from doing it, and he just juggles it off the point and caps it from under his feet. And what was an insanely long first round has translated into a 2-minute second round.
That's insane. That's insane. Like, you literally, on the side of Elikor, you could not ask for a better start to that Uber than when you rattle off 3 stickies and instantly take down the opposing Demo Man. Like, no stickies on point, it's so hard on Granary. Like, it's so rough. So, just like that, equalizing. Like, it's mad. It's so back and forth.
It's so back and forth. Elikor here going to be picking up this pack early on. Josh going for the aggressive bomb early on towards Bats. They kill Thomas immediately. The carry has been defeated, and Josh gets taken down as well for his troubles. Pappy bombing in nice and low in towards Seed. Seeds with a nice little surf though, just to get back. Neo has now taken the high ground off of the team. Needs to be shot off of this high ground if they have any chance of winning this mid. Neo's just dancing around, but does manage to get cleaned up there eventually by the Scassi of Gazzy. Mula gets taken down by Nas though.
What?
Nice long range pipe to just clean him up, and his corpse gets launched into the wall.
Mate, that is so fat. Not only is it like, oh great, that's a really important shot to hit, right? Like, literally, getting a frag on Mula that late, it's not only the 100% Uber advantage, they're now, like, just only going to start to be able to get buffs on last right now. Like, that is just so much better than if they just killed Mula on the mid. Like, it's just absolutely fantastic. This is nerdRage. Again, maybe they just, you know, they're like, all right, well, you can get around in 2 minutes, we'll get one in a minute and a half.
Looks like Neo is currently up on the sniper though. Seed's actually getting low. Did get hit by some. Oh no! They lose Miss, Nubby, and Josh from the trap on left side from Elikor. Absolutely incredible stuff there from him. Elikor once again in his grand final showing up, and they're all dead equally. Pappy coming in with the cleanup. Oh,
that is so sick. That's so sick. That is absolutely insane how that can happen. Huge.
Turns out 1 Frenchie is just enough to make it happen for the side of 4 Frenchies. They're going to be able to take out this midpoint now. Mula up to a 60% Uber advantage is going to be able to move in towards this yard area right now. 90% to his name. Gazzy is up on the sniper rifle. trying to just get some wide angles, it looks like, just trying to get the drop onto him from that forward spawn. They want to be able to drop this medical, make them use through the doorway, either one. Seeds up to a 60% now. As this Uber now comes in, Seeds already back in the spawn, and the shot comes through from Gazzy, but doesn't find anything at all. Nasboy the first to fall, and Josh also going down shortly afterwards. So no Demo Man and no Soldier is going to get them a second point for free. Seeds up to 90%.
Yeah, like I said, this Uber just about to come up. It is going to make it very, very difficult. They might be able to hold this in terms of holding last with this Uber charge, but it's not going to be easy at all. Players moving all the way towards the point. We will have to see Seeds use off this Uber. Only so far taking down Happy and Thomas. Better than nothing, but not really what you want there. The push out is going to be very, very difficult. They need to be fast as well if they want to do it, but Jamal, this close hiding position is actually going to force the scout all the way into the low ground. And yeah, like, Pappy and Thomas are basically already up now. Elikor just needs to weather this storm just a couple more seconds, and they'll just be able to keep on playing.
These scouts are edging the point as if it was product, just trying to get that capture through before the last push happens. And Mula up to 80%. Seeds needs to hard build this Uber and get the hell out of there if they're going to make anything happen. They do get the capture through. That buys them a lot of time to get the last bit of this Uber, unless the aggressive Uber comes in, which it looks like it is. They are taking it all the way up to the top right area. Josh getting cleaned up. They are taking Lunchbox off of them. Nubby is in the firing line, jumps away. The Uber gets popped out here. The capture time is coming down for the side of four Frenchies. They jump into the doorway. Mist gets cleaned up. No one is healing with Seeds. He's up to 91% Uber charge. The capture is coming through. On the point, the bomb comes in. They defend it. They only just captured that. Seeds did pop out that Uber. 2-1 for four Frenchies.
That was the absolute edge of failure. They're so close for nerdRage getting that, but just all-important timings, you know? This is what it comes down to in TF2 sometimes. You know, a second or two here and there can make all of the difference, and that is the knife edge that four Frenchies are playing on, and they're playing it so well.
They are doing so well. They are forcing them into these situations they do not want to be in on the side of nerdRage. Elikor here, nice and aggressive on this mid-fight. Nubby's going to be jumping in, just forcing him back to the choke. Neo gets cleaned up immediately on the start of the mid-fight. Nubby now going down for his troubles. It's going to be Demon jumping in, trying to get on top of this crate here. Does get cleaned up eventually by the scanner gun of Mist. It's going to be Pappy moving forwards, does get onto Josh. It's going to be the bomb in from Elikor as well, in towards Seeds. They want to try and find that. They do get the damage down. The bomb comes in from Pappy, and they manage to clean him up eventually. It's just going to be Mula running out all on his lonesome.
Yeah, very interesting what we saw just then. Pappy was one of the only players playing with Mula, and he actually left Mula to go for that deep bomb towards Seed, so Mula not actually healing for quite a significant period there. It's still going to be, you know, a huge advantage, but a little bit risky play there if someone had been just a little bit closer to Mula, but it's all going to work out well here for four Frenchies. They lose the mid, but they have the Uber advantage. Pappy's falling in one. They should be able to take on a good push forward now. Once again, they are 2-1 up, 11 minutes left on the clock. They are in the driver's seat, but only by a bit.
Oh, this Uber. Oh my god, Elikor! The pipe on the Mist and Josh to kill them at the same time. Thomas is shredding. He kills Seeds. Whips out the sword to get that kill. Are you okay, Blue? Do you need a second?
There was a world where just disaster happened, but it all worked out. It all worked out.
I
it's
saw.
all okay. Lordy Lord.
God. Does manage to get the kill though. That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't always have to be stylish, you know. You get the job done. So this is once again Uber advantage in the hands of Mula. 55% to the lowly 25% of Seed. So just enough again to do something with it. All six players up from either side. No off-gas, there's nothing like that. So right now, your four Frenchies, you got to decide what you want to do. Can they walk left, try and take things for free? Are they going to jump from right? Are they going to try and catch on to Seeds, or possibly just see if they can get a close frag and just kind of walk without using?
Yeah, it looks like they are posturing up to this right-hand side here. Mula, it looks like the skip on comes from Pappy. They don't quite want to use the super advantage. Instead, they are just opting to send Pappy in. Never mind, they do use. Elikor from the skybox. Sees just away. The bomb comes in nice and deep, though, eventually into that door, but they don't get anyone at all. Nasboy is super weak, though, coming around this corner with the Uber charge. The red players flooding out the door. They do find Elikor and Demol pretty much immediately. They're going to be pushing out as much as they can, but they got three players just on red HP right now, so it's going to make it super hard for them to make this push happen.
It's not going to be easy at all. Pappy playing super close. He's actually going to kill himself with the rocket jump just there. We do see great work from Neo, at least being able to pick up the soldier counterpart on the other side. Now this is once again one of these opportunities where four Frenchies, if they can stop the block, continue getting forwards, they can do so much. If we do see Jamal going in super deep, 3 clean rockets taking down Seeds. The heal advantage firmly in the hands of 4 Frenchies, but the mid advantage and the spawn advantage is going to be nerdRage still. Are they just going to play it slow? It looks like, yeah, just going to be playing this uber advantage for a second, get these spawns in. It is, you know, just calming it down a moment, they will.
Yeah, 4 Frenchies are very, very, very content with playing the we're killing your medic and playing slow with our uber advantage game style. And it's working out for them. They're driving that clock down. 9 minutes remaining with their 1 round advantage that they have. And nerdRage, I think they know this. They're heading in towards Neo, just trying to force him off that high ground, force him into a corner here. Nubby is just trying desperately to make his bombs work, and they don't find too much. In fact, they lose 2. They lose Josh and Gazzy. Nubby eventually gets cleaned up as well, and they're going to be trying to retreat here, but the chase is on from Elikor. He's going to be running through a garage, and it looks like he's not going to go for the jump. He's just going to end up spamming. If he went for the jump, he could have had an amazing play there.
It's very, very true. They are going to be capping up mid now. No more forward spawns to the side of nerdRage. Still this tiny little uber advantage if they do want to go for it. Looks like Thomas is very, very keen for it. Yeah, uber is going to get used. Goes straight towards this demo now. A lot of pistol being hit, and that's why he ends up killing himself. But no further can they chase. Well, they know Seed's already on 90% right now. That uber's going to be up any second now. They need to try and make some kind of place to force it out, but it's risky.
D-Maul just standing on the point, gets a bunch of cap time down. And I don't feel like they can go anywhere with this. nerdRage are just going to be pinned on their last. There was too much cap time that went through, and they've got 2 little players to try and defend this point with on second, so they're just going to be able to come in here. Pappy eventually going down there, however, it's Josh. Lovely play from him. This is just going to be edging that cap with Gazzy getting healed up nicely now, and they are going to manage to sell things down. They do manage to get that second point off of them. So they're going to be moving out to this right-hand side yard as well. They're going to try and get as much room as they can. nerdRage just trying to be as aggressive as they can. Taking this even fight, it looks like, just pincering them from both angles as they do take down D-Maul, and they force them onto a corner. Lovely damage coming out here. And Thomas as well going down. Where did that damage come from? It must have just been Nasboy at range with Josh.
That was absolutely insane. So crucial to try and get forward there. Oh, the nice air shot from Elikor. Actually keeps himself alive, but doesn't keep Mula alive, and that's all that matters. Nubby picking up that play once again. And exactly as you said, but in reverse, this is going to be nerdRage taking it chill just a moment, playing with their heals. We do see Neo on the back lines being very, very annoying, threatening this back half, and it is going to slow them down considerably, even with this uber advantage.
His position right now behind these concrete blocks. Can anyone spot him out? They are looking. He doesn't quite see him, I don't think. Neo's going to be rotating around the back line while the rest of the team are posturing forwards on the side of nerdRage. Neo just still chilling out. He's going to be taking the 1v1 with Nubby. Eventually gets cleaned up in the back line there. So buying themselves a 1-player advantage with that kill onto Neo. So we're going to see what they want to do here, Equally.
Yeah, this should be just a big old uber push here. We do see D-Maul should be able to get some good damage. Nice little air shot there. He's going to be jumping away, not looking to lose his life. Uber does get used. Yep, the follow-up there with Happy, very, very nicely played there. Elikor, though, a little bit too far forward, gets himself caught out. Not sure if maybe, I don't know, like he tried to sticky jump away and it got shot, but this is a little bit tricky. It's like, it isn't the easiest thing in the world for nerdRage to just keep on pushing because they know Mula's going to have this Uber, but without a demo as part of the repush, it isn't going to be like, yeah, the easiest thing in the world for 4 Frenchies. And it is actually just Cassie and Nubby going all the way into the back lines of these 4 Frenchies.
Yeah, Nubby's coming through Z. Lots of damage. Now to Thomas. They do pick up that frag and force out the overcharge at the same time. Josh with a nice little bomb there is eventually going to get cleaned up. A nice arrow though from Seeds. Josh is still alive. He's killing them. He's destroying them. Pappy goes down as well. That's incredible play from Josh there just to stay alive for so long. I love the arrow from Seeds as well.
It's huge stuff. Seeds as well. 75% Uber. Going to be looking all good. We're not seeing any massive aggression from 4 Frenchies, so this will be another one of those little opportunities. Keep being aware of the timer. 5 minutes 30 left on the clock. This is still nerdRage with the round deficit. The retaking of a yard for free is very, very nicely done. That is, you know, I can't be underplayed how significant that is, that they are going to find their Uber advantages dwindling.
So they're making their way in. Mist eventually getting taken down there. The splash was too much for him on the edge of that point there. Playing this nice and slowly, just trying to clear away these stickies as fast as they can. There's also going to be D-Maul and Nubby just trading out in that left-hand side area. Josh getting super low as well, playing around Z. Gets cleaned up as well. 3 down for the side of nerdRage. They just decide to take this trade instead in desperation, trying to hold on to as much as they can. They have to leave this yard immediately. The bombs are coming in from the rest of the side of 4 Frenchies into this choke point. Loads of damage down onto the side of nerdRage, but they do manage to escape with their lives, and the rotate is coming through from the side of 4 Frenchies as the respawn has come in for nerdRage, and they have 4 minutes 40 left to get around on the board.
Yeah, this is, you know, it isn't pure desperation time yet, but we're getting somewhere along those lines. Same situation as well in reverse, where 4 Frenchies are just like, well, we're pretty good here. We do see, yep, this off-Uber push Nice little play there, but it's missed and Nubby both going down. The deep soldier bomb from Josh doesn't really achieve much at all. Everyone else now just being healthy on the side of 4 Frenchies. Seeds, his gang's just got no business here on this mid right now. They're going to be going all the way towards second. They'll be lucky to get these forwards, but they will. So again, stalemates continue, and we're going to need to see more again. More from nerdRage.
Looks like they're going to be chilling out on this midpoint here. Another stalemate is going to occur here. I feel like you're happy as Larry if you're the 4 Frenchies to set up for the stalemate. But nerdRage have no intentions of sitting there. They're going to take the super trade here in the garage area. Elikor with a nice little solo. They haven't flashed once, and they've flashed onto Thomas eventually just to pick up the frag on towards Mist. So they do get that kill on him in this trade. So that opens up a nice opportunity now for them to send some kind of sack in towards this yard area.
Yep, there is an opportunity to possibly just go for a full off Uber push. We do see Demol going nice and deep, gets some good damage, a lot of damage towards Nasboy. Somehow doesn't manage to pick him up there. Shout out, credit where it's due. Nasboy, he wasn't turning. He was just like, I just don't care. Don't care.
I look forwards. My scout kills you. That's precisely what happens, basically, right there. They do have this pick onto Demol here. The respawner hasn't quite come through yet, so they can send a sack if they want to still. Josh, oh, never mind, he gets down by Elikor. Run away, boys! Who are leaving now? Never mind, so they're going to be holding in this garage. Happy taking that high ground above them, though. They need to get out of here. Sharpish, they lose Gazzy as well. A bit of an overcommitment here for the side of nerdRage. Nubby also extremely weak here. Going to need some heals up by Seeds. And they're just going to take yard off them. Elikor's like fully committed here. And they're taking this right yard area. Mist also needs a flash in this Uber charge, which has just been used. And Mist is all alone. It's disconnected there. It's an absolute disaster for the side of nerdRage. They need to get the hell out of here. Mugler still has not used.
Yeah, this is, like, you couldn't ask for a more perfect situation at this point, unless, you know, you wanted all of nerdRage to just kill by. This is just fantastic. Josh going down as well. Uber just only now getting used by Mula. They still haven't quite capped up second, but, you know, they're already getting frags towards last, so it's all good. Kamas playing towards this point, so the second they cap second, they can be all the way towards this last. Players just about now being able to get towards the point, but this is a 6 versus 3, and it is not gonna happen. Third round on the board here for 4 Frenchies, and with 2 minutes 20 left on the clock, I would have to probably send a text message to Bite to ask if it is possible, but I would argue he'd say no.
Yeah, especially with the round timings that have been happening. We did see a team once named TCM that can make it happen, but that team has since long gone. 2 minutes remaining on the clock. 3-1 is currently the scoreline, so looking very, very comfortable here for 4 Frenchies in this grand final game. It's going to be Josh cracking the whip even harder after this game. But it looks like they are going to get pressured away from this mid-fight here. They are very content with just leaving on the side of 4 Frenchies. They are pulling an Eames strategy. We are not going to mid.
They yeah, not interested, not going to mid at all. I believe they should be aware of this crit as well on the side of Seeds. So yeah, I think they'll be hyper aware just to not let any kind of shenanigans happen. We do see the crits come on out. You see Nubby going down. Just about Elikor goes down as well. Oh, possible opportunity there for Nasboy, but not going to happen.
Lands onto Demol as well, gets hit in the face with a rocket and has to run away there. Seed's still up on this crit streak, however, and it is now 1 minute 20 left on the clock. And it is no longer doable here, ladies and gentlemen. They can no longer draw out this game. Josh getting cleaned up as well, and that is going to be curtains for our next map. So it is going to be the map going the way of 4 Frenchies, now in a lead 2-1 in the map difference. So they only need one more game. It's match point for the side of 4 Frenchies in this grand finals.
Yeah, it will be. We have a couple more seconds left. 50 seconds left on the clock. Doesn't really matter about caps at this point. It matters about, you know, the air shots. We do still have this this little top play of the tournament going on here. So, you know, you see if anyone wants to create anything, you know, excitable right now, these last dying seconds of the game. Or maybe they'll just cap it.
Chris Green! Let's see it happen. Josh hit air shots. Beats. Nails that look around the face.
Oh, high five. Bam.
Bam! Destroys him. Anyway, they're looking to try and get another round on the board here. Going to be bombing in towards this point, getting absolutely cleaned up. Mula's the only one left in. It gets actually spooned there by Nubby.
Very nice.
Styling. Gazzy has now called GG, and that is going to be the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a victory to the side of 4 Frenchies, please. So, going all the way, it looks like, to our next map, which is going to be... I can't remember what the next map is
Snake,
now. Oh, Snake, yeah. Snake. I've lost my map. I've lost my goddamn mind.
Golly goodness. Yep, Snake will be our map number 4. And then if nerdRage can take that away from our 4 Frenchies, possibly map 5 decider would be Sunshine.
Some what do you love? I just want to ask a question.
Numbers. Sometimes I load up the calculator app on my phone and I don't even press anything. I just stare at the numbers.
Do you write boobies upside down in your calculator?
You're going to get us arrested. Just bring up the logs.
We've got some numbers to look at, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look. So we have, I'm just looking, it's very standard stalemate logs. It's very, very even, but Mist got 23 frags and top fragged in the server. Elikor got 11,000 damage, Jesus. 4 Frenchies managing to pick up Granary and Process, the 2 maps in their favour now as we come in towards Snakewater, which is not their map pick.
4 Frenchies ready themselves up. Lucky, have you got any big predictions as to which way this is going to go? Do you think nerdRage is going to take us to a map 5, or is this 4 Frenchies establishing some dominance?
I've got to say, I've just like nerdRage, dude. I'm a big nerdRage Josh fanboy, so I'm gonna go ahead and say 3-0. Actually, I don't think that they're gonna get any rounds on the side of 4 Frenchies.
Really? I don't.
Of course, what I say is absolute wrong. So never know. Any predictions from you, real quick?
It's going to be a good game. A good game. I'm not going to dwell too much on that. We're just going to go straight in. This is our map number 4. Snakewater here of our GGtoor locked and loaded. Number 2, nerdRage versus Frenchies. Everything right now on the line for nerdRage, as it is 2-1 lead for 4 Frenchies on the old map score. So first mid might just dictate the pace of this game. We do see Natsboy getting at least a little bit of damage towards his top right position, where so many of these players are positioned right now. So just taking a moment to feel everything out. No one's looking for that big high commitment. You see a soldier getting quite aggressive, but Josh basically gets picked apart. Pappy on the other side does at least trade it out, so nothing too disastrous for either team. Now moving towards the point is where they want to go. Thomas taking some fantastic position up top, but not enough to really go for it. They can't get that beam forward to keep him healed up this whole time, so they're actually having to move back a little bit. Great damage there from the side of Elikor that actually combined to take down Nubby. So this is a little bit of player advantage. He's direct from Demul. Absolutely fantastic, and they're just continuing on now. Neo, that all-important frag. That was a slower mid, but still decisive for 4 Frenchies.
Wow, that was a very interesting mid-fight. 4 Frenchies there played it nice and slow and controlled, didn't overextend anyone too fast, and they did manage to get that mid on the board, and the capture is now going through, but it looks like there is some resistance on second. nerdRage are actually going to be holding this one, so we are going directly to a stalemate. And fun fact that both medics in fact got uber charge, because that mid-fight lasted for so long. Losing Thomas on grass there is going to mean that they're going to have to slow things down, and potentially a counter-attack coming out for the side of nerdRage.
Yeah, quite possibly. Anytime you lose a scout does make a big old difference. A little bit of a less deny. We do see Josh getting very, very aggressive. He's kind of getting sent to the skybox, so it's going to be difficult for him to put down significant damage, and we'll just get cleaned up there by Neo, so not too bad. The damage actually to these nerdRage players is huge. Nobby and Natsboy so close to death alongside Gazi as well, so there is a world where they could possibly have just lost everything just then, somehow, just by getting out.
Also, Demon jumped out of window and then jumped back around on second. He's actually committing now on towards Seeds. Does land the rockets off, and Seeds does not use that uber charge, collecting that health pack, going back to full. Very nice play from him there, just skating around that health pack. And looks like they're going to be edging forwards here, trying to find some kind of space to make another sack happen. Elikor has managed to sticky up Sorbo, so they're going to be sending as many players as they can through lower. And Nubby jumps over the sticky bombs as well. So they're going to be making some space now in lower. Nubby gets bombed up by Pappy. Josh is actually in, very weak. Doesn't hit any rockets to move us out.
No, not going to happen this time. We do see Thomas getting very, very aggressive in basically everything right now, so that's really significant. He still wants to go for more towards Mist. He has his heals with him. This will be a scrappy little trade, almost even losing Mist right there. This is not looking good if you're on the side of nerdRage at all. They need to make sure they get all the way out here. No one gets chased too much, because these players on the side of 4 Frenchies are looking hungry.
Yeah, they are indeed. They went all the way in for that one. I thought that trade was going to go horribly for them since they were so deep, but they got supported by the rest of the team as the Ubers faded, so they managed to clean up that second point for them. That is how you want your Uber trades to go if you're on the side of 4 Frenchies. So clean up that point. Devil's going to be bombing in here, just trying to skip all the way through that doorway, and is just going to feed. Probably just to come back up on Sniper.
Yeah, very, very possible. I mean, they have seen the Gazi Pyro right now, even though he did change off just for a second there, spooking them, all that kind of stuff, The second the Gazi Pyro comes out, you're like, well, Soldier Class is pointless now. But it's actually, Mist is going to be the first Sniper. Yep, and there we go, Demul with Sniper on the other side. So, more Sniper versus Sniper action.
No classic meta NG, though, coming out from the side of nerdRage. They want to set up that sentry gun in the middle and create that Iron Fortress hold. Ooh. They want to stay nice and aggressive as they find that Pappy pick with the sniper rifle, and Demor is just going to be peeking on that train using that little head glitch area. Actually missed with a lovely headshot there onto Demor to take him down. Very, very nice.
Lining it up very, very nicely right now. This is in a bit of a scary position with some players down on Out of 4 Frenchies, it is a little bit spooky there, just by managing to weather the storm. A lot of damage has been dealt, and it's actually Mula just having to use so as to not have anything terrible happen. Great damage from Eloquo, actually picks up Boy.
Yeah, managed to pipe him in the face twice, and that is all it takes to take down that demo man. In that right-hand side area, Boy just too far forwards there, and Nubby also getting taken down. Thomas going to be heading in through this left-hand side shutter. He's going to be going back all the way around Spawn, dragging Eyes all the way back. Another bomb comes in towards Seeds, and Seeds is isolated all on his own. It's a lovely force there from D-Maul. Very, very nice play there from the side. Oh, he gets the kill as well onto Josh. And they're just going to commit with this last. It looks like Boy here on the left-hand side is going to get focused down immediately. Pappy manages to clean up that frag. Missed moving forwards with the rest of his team. But they are just going to play it nice and slow and just chill out for one moment as they're forced them back onto their last.
Yeah, I definitely feel like if 4 Frenchies had maybe just had one more player survive just then, like they would have been full committed. But after a certain point, you could just be like, all right, let's not try our luck here. We have this big old Uber advantage. We don't need to, do anything crazy right now. This first round, super, super important. Let's just dictate the pace of this and move on in from this left-hand side.
Eloquo bleeps his jump, unfortunately, coming in there. Does get onto the Sentry Gun eventually. In fact, they just swap off from that Engineer class. Neo, in fact, that only one going down so far. They're going to try and play the edge of that point. Lovely bombs coming from the soldiers. Air Blast reflect onto D-Maul as well to force him all the way back. So Tomas is getting taken down there as well. They do get on top of Seeds, though, so they're just going to Delta Split and get the hell out of there.
Very, very, well, I was going to say very nice. I mean, it wasn't very nice. It was a bit of a mess of a push, but picking up Seeds at least gets them another opportunity here. The spawn is just only coming in. There's no heals on the side of second for the entirety of the nerdRage team. Oh, Eloquo. Very, very nice.
He does hit them pipes. He do that.
He does do.
He does do that. What a gamer indeed. They have their Uber charge up to 75%, and Seeds with this lowly 13% is not going to have his Uber anytime soon, so they're not even focusing on building it. They're just going to buff up their players. Gazzy finally on the Engineer. Nobody's going to be catching a respawn, so should get crit hills on his respawn up to 300 HP, relatively sharpish, and they are going to take this Uber in through the right-hand side onto that Sentry Gun. They clean it up pretty much immediately. Sticky's all over this point, so they need to get them off immediately, or just go for frags. It looks like they are just opting to go for frags here. The Stickies have now been down on the point, so the point is free for capture. If they want to go for it, they're just cleaning up as many players as they can on the left-hand side. Good damage coming through. The bombs onto the point to block it again. Eloquo needs to reload everything, but Pappy also, they're firing what they have. Mula gets in there with the head, slaps him into the dirt. Mula gets the capture.
Very, very nice. They're not the cleanest push in the world, but a round is a round. And this is exactly the position you want to be in if you're 4 Frenchies. This is already potentially the final map you need to be playing right now. They win this, they've won it all, and they're already a round up. nerdRage, they need to pull out some magic.
Incredible stuff here coming out from the side of 4 Frenchies with their 1-0 so far. Looking very slow and controlled in this game. It looks like Josh going to be going in for the big crunchy mid. He's committing for it. Goes on top of Tomas. Big damage lands the enemy team. Gets absolutely nothing. And Neo is going to be going down as well. Eloquo eventually moving forwards here with the rest of his team. He's all the way across the mid with the heals. And Pappy super weak on that top right hand side. Oh, Nubby! Lovely air shot from him.
Oh, that's so sick. They might even manage to get DeMaul towards lower. He is trying to escape with his life. Gets pretty weak, but let's get arrowed up, I believe, as well. So they're in an okay position to try to spam a little bit, but there's no way they can test this. Not a chance in the world. Ubers are equal, but they're going straight towards that last. And nerdRage, they have an opportunity here.
We're now on the opposite side of where we were before. We're in the stalemate. Oh, Nubby's in. Onto Mula gets the force. Nubby, lovely skip jump from him into the enemy medic. And that is going to mean that this Ubercharge advantage, the Ubercharge stalemate that they have has gone in the bin, and they lose Eloquo. Actually, that's a massive disaster there. They are just not even going to wait anymore because the Demoman has gone down. They're going to be heading their players in. They pop out the Uber pretty much immediately. Nice pressure there from Pappy. The Sentry Gun is only level 1. Cleaned up immediately by a nice sticky bug combo. Missy's just going to sit on top of the point there, receiving a ton of heals as the bombs come in. The depth of Boy finds 2. They pop the swords on the point, and that's going to be 1-1. nerdRage coming back into this game.
Mate, absolute classic there. Picking up Eloquo absolutely makes sense. They want to push into last. No stickies towards point. Means the point play is so impactful. It's already good on Snakewater, but without any stickies, it's fantastic. And then literally just classic. Boy just stands still, puts the stickies on point, lets 2 soldiers just land on. It's like, oh, yes, oh, right click. Thank you very much. 3 frags. Bam! nerdRage looking strong, equalizing it again. Still got a game on the hand.
Textbook stuff coming out from the side of nerdRage right now. Looks like they are going to be heading in towards this next mid. And Josh once again going to be chucking himself in the skybox with Nubby going to be landing on the enemy team. Tons of damage is down. They find Mula with the frags, and it's going to be Siege just retreating out with the rest of his team here, getting chased down by Neo. But Nubby currently at large, still behind that enemy team, going to be dragging Eyes all the way back. And let's see if Nasboy can do what it takes to defend Seeds. Land some stickies on the ground. Seeds collects the packs, surfs up to the high ground nearly. It's just going to be sitting there. The sword kill, the Boston Basher onto Seeds to take him down there in the corner.
Oh my god, that was so close to failing. Little bit of beef there, uncharacteristic from Neo, but in the end, you know, sometimes you just you need to put the guns away, you know? Let your fist do the talking.
Control point is being contested.
Just give him the left, right, good night, you know, like just to whip out the melee. Nasboy going to be bombing in here, gets cleaned up there on the low ground. Trying to find something, not quite sure what they were going for here. They do find Mula though. Nubby still on the back lines, causing chaos. Finds D-Maul as well.
What?
Nubby is making it happen.
That just seems so weird. I didn't even understand how he got into that position and Mula was just standing motion. No idea.
He's been behind
No
them since
idea.
the midpoint, basically. That's how he ended up behind them. He's just been sat there, somehow surviving. There are loads of players chasing him. They're going to be edging this point on the side of 4 Frenchies. The capture eventually goes through. That was the first cap, by the way. Seeds, though, totally out of position, gets bombed by Pappy and just dies. And that's pretty sloppy. Maybe just feeling the pressure now. Elikor as well dying. This is turning into a DM fest.
This is just absolute DM server. Everyone's just shooting at absolutely everyone. We have scouts 1v1ing on lower. You do see Neo picking up the frag, which is, you know, pretty significant. Once again, it's the position where there's significant heal advantage. But I mean, Nubby's got himself a nice little hiding spot. He's going to be quite happy. He does get caught out, but he gets so much damage. At least picks up Pappy, so the trade's actually fine. They can keep on fighting here. There's basically everyone just keep on fighting forever. No? Okay, all right. 4 Frenchies. Eventually, we'll be getting control of this. There's a lot of cap time, so potential back caps are on the cards, but I don't think nerdRage are going to go for it.
I feel like they still could. If Gazzy receives a buff right now, he could be just heading in through lower. But it looks like Josh going to be bombing in towards D-Maul there, just trying to distract Eyes right now. D-Maul eventually gets cleaned up by Nubby, who has respawned. Not a lot of cap time down onto the second point so far. They have lingered Neo and Pappy in the backline, though. Nubby now going back for it, though. It looks like Nubby is heading towards the mid, and he is. He's getting time too. He's on Pain Train right now in the backline. But Josh going to be spamming down onto Mula. Tons of damage onto him. He's got to leave all the way back. Nubby somehow is still alive.
Nubby!
He gets the force as well. This man is nuts.
That was so big. He very nearly just got that drop as well, but it was just absolutely perfect timing. Nubby is just fantastic movement around the map right now. Everything that his team needs, so this is really good if you're on the side of nerdRage. You are 1 player down, but that doesn't matter. Nubby will be on the spawner in case of anything trying to go too far behind. Uber is fully in their hands, and they're going to be using straight on through.
Yeah, they don't want to risk anything here. In fact, they Delta split the hell out of there on the side of 4 Frenchies, and they are just fully gone. Mula up to 50% Uber charge right now, and looking like they want to just kind of chill out until they get that Uber charge, and then decide what they want to do from there. In the meantime, though, nerdRage more than content with getting their soldiers buffed on the low ground. They're going to hold the high ground, just spam them as they come in, probably, just to try and get the force out of them.
Yeah. Ideally, they could just keep on spamming, use that splash damage to force off the Uber, not lose anyone. That would be fantastic, but at the same time, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Very difficult to play those middle ground kind of positions. Oh, sticky trap from Nasboy. Yep, going to be picking up Pappy before anything happens. That decent bit of damage as well. It keeps slowing things down. And with Josh getting aggressive as well, this is basically just that one frag's going to equalize this Uber.
Yep, very nice play there. Taking down Pappy. No soldier to get that space, but Josh going to be high bombing in. And Josh is going to be landing on top of this Battleman's area, buying a lot of room on grass for the rest of the team. He's actually getting bombed there. Doesn't actually use out that Uber charge, so it does get forced there. Mist is going to be moving forwards, though, on towards Mula, and they know that the Uber has now been used, and they're going to make a rat play in towards mid. Neo is already in, kills off Nubby. Now dominating onto him. It's going to be Gazzy trying to take a 1v9, it feels like, on this point. Just going to be running away all the way into lower. Gazzy's going to be collecting that health pack and running all the way back to second, putting down some back cap pressure, just to let him know he's there, taking a 1v1 with Neo in the back line, but D-Maul is there to assist, to take him down.
Yeah, great stuff. This is really solid down for Frenchies. They got themselves that big old Uber advantage, and there's just 0 scouts on the side of nerdRage right now. All in the spawn queue, so you don't have to worry about snipers or, like, I don't know, weird heavies and boards, any shenanigans like that. This is fantastic position to get control of second. The Uber advantage is dwindling, though. 90% already on Seeds, moving through low. Uber is getting used. Seeds 95% all the way towards the door. Elikor doesn't get the bomb, and that's so important. Seeds does get his own Uber, uses immediately. Josh on the backline just stands directly behind Mula, gets this all-important frag, and this is just absolutely great. Lovely little direct there. And that is just a crumble push there from 4 Frenchies.
Textbook defense hold when you've only got slight disad is to just hold your Medican spawn like they did. Sticky's currently on bats. They have not been checked by anyone, but no one's going out that door, it looks like. And Elikor just going to be retreating back through lower as they now spot those Stickies and start clearing them up. So able to take second off them now. Seeds maintaining his advantage here as Mula did die to the rockets of Josh. So they're going to be able to move forwards here with the advantage that they have.
Yep, this will be pretty decent. We do see the Tomas sniper watching these long angles. See if he can try and drop on someone. Maybe not even Seeds, but just someone just to try and slow things down a little bit. 95% on the Uber, so if they want to go, it's going to have to be pretty quick. Maybe they just don't feel like they have time to check everything. We do see Josh going very deep. Nice little rocket to try and catch towards Mula. Surely getting this frag. Yep, we'll be getting exactly that with them all going down as well. The sniper does shoot there on the side of Tomas, so they will be aware of this. The back cap surely gets moved down.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to include immediately. Neo going down here, and Tomas with no assistance is going to be moving back on second. Holding up on Mats using that long sniper sight line to cause a bit of an issue here for Seeds trying to get in towards second. If he receives a dome, then this is going to put 4 Frenchies back in the running to get around on the board. But looks like Pappy getting taken down there. Lovely bomb there. They take down Tomas as well with those bombs. Nas finding the damage on towards Pappy is going to mean they have a 2-man advantage and 60% Uber charge to currently play with. They're making their way into towards last with the player advantage that they have. In towards the left-hand side, Sticky's currently on the point. This is going to be clearing them up. Josh standing on the edge of the point there. Soldier Bomb comes in from D-Mall. They managed to clean up all the rest of these players. Easy to get the hell out of here right now as they've lost a lot of the meat classes that they had available to them. The heavy classes have been all taken down, and Nubby is too weak to make anything happen here. 100% Uber for Seeds. They have the advantage, but not the players to support it.
That was so risky. I love the idea of going for that off Uber play, but it was so much on Seeds getting out alive, and he did do exactly that, but a little bit scary moments. Uber is actually getting used, jumping all the way deep. Nasboy takes some position towards point, even spamming just a little bit towards lobby, but not getting any frags. They didn't even deny the cap, and Cap is actually all the way towards Raz. Gets 1 scout. Does he get the second? That's insane, and he's just directly behind Seeds. What is happening?
Josh and Nubby are in behind. They're going to make things... Oh, the spoon from Nubby! I saw it go for a mile away. Just whips it out. Doesn't even have the rockets loaded. Oh!
Oh, so sick from Nubby. That is literally the only way he gets that frag. Literally.
Just B-hop spoon. Don't worry about it, boys. Nubby's still got it.
Jesus, man. Jesus. Just when you think you've seen it all. And it just keeps on going. The deep bomb, lovely serve from Seeds, keeps himself alive. Gets the team in a great position to keep on pushing here. This is an advantage for Mula, but they have 0 soldiers at all. This should surely be a mid-cap for nerdRage and getting themselves set up in a nice, comfortable position.
Yeah, with those spoons, definitely helping out with the aggression here that they're feeling. And Mula up with 100% Uber right now. 1-1 is the scoreline. They want to take this Uber in very aggressively here in towards Saw, and they are going to try and clear out these stickers as best they can. Heading up towards Catwalk, it looks like. Oh no, opting to go for main door, and they're just going to use that Uber pretty much immediately. And Seeds is pretty far back. It's going to be a tall order to try and catch him on the back end of this Uber, but Seeds now 100% Uber, saves and missed. Onto Elikor now. They managed to clean him up pretty much immediately. They're going to be bringing these players all the way forwards. No demo man for the side of 4 Frenchies is going to leave Saw right for the taking. The bomb comes in from D-Mall. He gets cleaned up though. Pack is available for Seeds if he wants it. They just run directly past. Pappy on the low ground though, getting cleaned up as well by the scatter guns here. Good focus fire coming out the side of nerdRage, and Tomas is also getting cleaned up in lower. 3 picks now for the side of nerdRage. They've got ×2 on the cap. It's already going through on second. They're making their way into last pretty much immediately. Miss getting cleaned up in low. The bomb comes through. Elikor dies again after his respawn, and Nasboy coming in with the damage. Loads of damage. They managed to clean up Mula as well. Damage down to D-Mall. They take him down. Neo dying as well. Bomb comes in from Pappy, but not in time. 2-1 for the side of nerdRage.
I'm glad that didn't go on any longer, because I think you may have died. Jesus, that was it. They didn't stop. They didn't stop ever. That was insane. Crazy, but I mean, this is kind of everything that nerdRage needs. This is 2-1 up now in the driver's seat. Remember, they need to win this map and then get the next one to take away this grand finals. Finally, they're in an advantageous position here. There's still 11.5 minutes left on the clock. You do see Pappy doing nice big jumps alongside his brother in arms. Demol, good damage, does just about pick up Seeds, but both those soldiers committed all the way for that. Nubby with the follow-up does at least equalize this medic situation. So 3 versus 4, 2 versus 4. Only scouts on the side of 4 Frenchies, and they can do a bit, but not a lot here. This is all on Neo. He's got 2 players to deal with. Surely this man can.
Neo sitting in Saw, going to take this 1v1 with Nubby around the corner. Nubby with a nice rocket. Neo, though, duking the high ground. Nubby drops down for the pack. That's dishonourable right there. Dishonourable. Go for health packs is known as a disgraceful move. Anyway, Demon coming. Oh!
Ooh.
See ya!
That is... I love how Nubby's just like, I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved as well. Actually, sorry, mate. Nasboy's just got absolutely rolled. I'm not letting that happen to me. This is going to be 4 Frenchies actually getting control of the mid after all of that. Uber's effectively equal, but with no defensive demo, man. They're just like, right, let's just go all the way through grass. This will be a hard hold for Frenchies right now.
You're also going to see soldiers bombing in nice and deep one towards Mula. They do get a lot of damage down onto him, but they can't quite clean him up there. But the rest of the damage has splashed out into the rest of the 4 Frenchie players. So they're unable to do anything. Gazzy now pressuring from behind, forcing them into this weird situation where they've got to worry about him in behind now. Nasboy going to be just peddling Pappy with damage, and he just jumps away. Manages to get onto the high ground, gets pinned down again. Nasboy doing a really good job focusing down the soldier, so he cannot get any space for his team. Gazzy rejoining the fight after getting healed up from a health pack. And the respawners are now coming in. Nubby in with the bomb, trying to get him towards Saw. Quite whiffs it though, and lands on the low ground, and it's just going to be another reset.
Yeah, a little bit of a reset, equilibrium situation. Just a chance for everyone to take a moment and really think about how they want to play this out. 10 minutes left on the clock. It's only 1 round to start nerdRage. If they can get a second, a bit more of a cushion to play with, that would be fantastic, but at the same time, they're not feeling pressured in this moment.
Looks like we are seeing the bomb come in. Okay.
Oh.
Bye, Demol.
Oh, that's sad.
That's the saddest bomb I think I've ever seen. Just gets totally denied there. Unfortunate there. Looks like we're going to have an opportunity now for the side of nerdRage to send a counter sack, but they are actually not doing anything. They are sitting back, chilling out, getting buffed, not trying to do anything.
Chilling. Anyone fancy going engineer, perhaps? You never know. We do see Gazzy going back to spawn. He's going to be picking up the old spy class alongside Demul sniping on the side of 4 Frenchies. So definitely a chance to go for a spy play. Obviously, tends to be a little bit slower in terms of how quickly you can get things done, and it works perfectly for what nerdRage needs right now. They don't need anything too fast. Oh!
Yep. Oh, they find Demon. Very nice. The stickies in Saw, managing to clean that frag up very easily. Looks like Gazzy's made his way in towards kitchen now. Going to be heading all the way nice and around. He's going to spot the medic on the high ground there. Going to be moving even further around. I wonder if they're going to send a bomb in and then go for the stab at the same time, if they can coordinate a play. But Pappy currently on window. They're trying to send Nubby in to make that happen, but not quite finding it there. And now is an opportunity. Gazzy is uncloaked. He's moving his way through Saw in towards Mula. Back's turned. It gets the stab. That's the drop they needed. Mula has bit the dust. Gazzy also dying, however, as they do get that. Demol's going to be bombing in now. The sacrifice for the medic play has initiated, and Siege just uses. That's a very, very wise decision from him. And Terma's going down as well. Pappy's still deep in behind, going to be running away through Cheese. Nice little skip jump there to escape all the way out. And now they're going to be able to assault mid.
Yeah, exactly that. We do still see continued little fights back and forth, but not too bad here. We do see Mass and Demol just only spawning at this point, so this isn't actually particularly easy right now if you're on the side of 4 Frenchies. Pappy on the back lines, just so annoying. Gets a second frag as well. That is really, really important.
The Seed's also on the mid getting piped, so they're going to have to move all the way back now. Mist and Nasboy eating way too much. Oh, Pappy, lovely bomb from him. Cleans up Mist. Nearly, in fact, kills Nasboy, but Seed's going to be escaping through lower. The bombs are now coming in, and of course, just going to be taking all that room for his team, and they managed to get the capture down. Respawn is still coming through for the side of nerdRage, and they're keen to get on this last point. They want this round converted now, and Pappy's going to be making his way in on this left-hand side. They're going to be bombing these soldiers nice and high. D-Moore is in. Siege just pops out that uber charge. No fear from him. It's going to be Pappy now on this high ground, just dancing around. They managed to kill off onto D-Moore here. Pappy doesn't care. Lands into Siege. nearly kills him. They come in with a rebuttal Uber, and looks like it's going to be a round conversion, as it's going to be 4 Frenchies moving in. Mist gets cleaned up eventually. Nasboy getting 2 piped down. It's going to be Nubby moving down here. Gets absolutely oh, okay, never mind. Leo gets murdered, but it's going to be 2-2 regardless.
Very nice. You know, little bit weird. You know, some shenanigans going on, but whatever. That is a second round on the board for the side of 4 Frenchies. So this is now everything's equal again. Literally everything's equal. It's all to play for. 6 minutes 20 seconds left on the clock. Oh, this is going to go down to the wire again.
How many times have we done this coming level in this grand final? These teams are so evenly matched, so interesting to see what's going to happen. This is, in fact, 4 Frenchies map pick, so going to see what they are able to achieve here. 2-2 as the scoreline. Looks like Demon's going to be taking that top right area, just baiting out those stickies to get debt. Tomas holding that top left area. Going to be the bombs coming in now as Pappy goes in, gets bottom blocked by Mist, and it looks like the soldiers are in really deep Neo on that high ground as well. Getting shot at by Josh. Josh is going to be escaping through kitchen. This nerdRage team so far back. Pappy just counter jumps away. They land on top of Gazzy's face, take him down. They're going to be fighting from this choke. But fighting from the low ground is nowhere where you want to be, and they're just going to leave this mid pretty much immediately. But the entirety of the side of 4 Frenchies are on the chase here. They want to force them out of second as well, even though these players are currently dead. The mid capture hasn't even gone through yet, and Nubby's going to be bombing forwards to get them the hell out of their second.
Very, very nicely done. They're scary times for Siege, but he is actually going to get through all of that pretty much unscathed. So you say this is equal, 6 players versus 6 solid players. The ball is going to go nice and deep. Goes for these rockets. Oh, just the biggest, crispiest little direct there onto Seeds. Seeds just showed zero respect, and Demol took everything that he wanted. That drop now could mean absolutely everything. If they can get second for 3, not having to use a tool, which looks like it'll be exactly that. Is this everything they need?
This could be the 3-2 they're looking for, and then the stalemate for the rest of the game if they want to win out the grand finals. If they make it here with this push, it could be everything. Looks like Mula's heading in towards this right-hand side with the rest of his team. Stickies have all been cleared. They're ready and poised to come in for this Uber charge right now. Level 2 sentry gun up on the left-hand side for the side of nerdRage in defense in the non-meta position, so not in the center there. Nubby is hiding above the door. They do pop out that Uber immediately. Not one to drop at all. The gun goes down. Nubby's going to be jumping down from that high ground that he was on. The bomb comes in from Nubby, jumping back towards the spawn. The hills around. Gazzy is up on the pyroclast right now. Going to be spraying flames as much people as he can. Stickies are currently all over the point, so it cannot be played. They're trying to edge that point with Tomas. Gazzy running towards the point. The bomb comes through. They kill Seed.
Yeah.
Gazzy goes down as well. It's looking really, really good for the side of 4 Frenchies. 5 down. They get the capture. It's 3-2 as the scoreline.
This is now desperation time if you're nerdRage. 4 minutes. Plenty of time to get around, possibly even 2. But this is real crunch time. They need to get at least a round to take this to a golden cap to have any chance of going to our map number 5. Otherwise, this is going to be 4 Frenchies just walking away with this grand finals victory. This is potentially last mid of the game.
Josh is going to be bombing in really, really deep on towards Demol. They do manage to clean up Josh pretty much immediately. Tomas going down. Nubby needs an arrow immediately if he's going to survive on this mid. Does manage to receive one, but eventually gets cleaned up by Pappy, who just bombs in. Miss getting super weak, piped down by Elikor. And they're going to be bombing in here in towards Nasboy. Nasboy getting super weak, has to jump out towards window. There's going to be Demol on the chase. They do not want to let this man live. He is going to get pincer maneuvered here from the front and back of Cheese. And Nasboy here getting shoved in a corner and gets a nice arrow from Seeds to keep him alive. And now going to be forced all the way back to their last point. Great aggression coming out from 4 Frenchies. And they're going to be able to just hold them on last. But nerdRage know this. They cannot let them hold them here. Josh goes forwards in towards Demol. They clean him up. Elikor goes down as well. And it's going to be Demol on the low ground receiving an arrow. Pappy goes in, gets the bombs off, loads of damage down. He eventually goes down. Neo on the high ground getting forced back. Demol on the low ground as well. Tomas getting murdered here on this right hand side on the point by the scatterguns. And looks like he's being forced all the way back. Looking like an Uber trade's going to come out here. Mist receives this Uber trade. Tomas super weak on the post. Is going to be able to get healed all the way up here. Ubers are now going to be fading relatively even as the action settles down.
This is 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. Time firmly in the favor of 4 Frenchies right now. They can just hold. They don't need to do a single thing in the world right now. It is all on nerdRage to make this play happen. What are they feeling? You know, there's couple different trails of thought. Maybe you go for, you know, another trade and go for the repush. Maybe just go for an off-Uber situation. Josh already takes position towards Nubby, going towards his kitchen position. If they can pin, it'll be fantastic, but they're getting caught out. Demol, that frag means so much here, and even following up there, almost managed to take down a second soldier, but he actually loses his life there as well. So this is now, as he tries to make things happen on the backlines, this is going to really, really come down to it right now. Both teams going to be getting their Uber, potentially wasting at least another 10 seconds off this clock. And this is the kind of phase which kind of ends a game like this. You know, just random trade frags here and there, which just keeps it playing slow.
He keeps it nice and slow. Josh just trying to jump in to get space here, and Nasboy's going to just be wandering through Saw, though. They force them off the high ground, so step number 1 complete. They drop Happy out of the supercharge. Lots of flashing coming out from Seeds. Doesn't want to get anyone down too low. Tomas is still on a solo, however, and is eventually both Ubers going to fade. Nasboy's super weak on the post Uber, receives an arrow. Nice standing from him, and it is going to be Demol on this high ground. They need to force the soldier away. Nubby now moving forward. Going to be bombing all the way up here. Going to be jumping down to the low ground. Needs an arrow from Seeds. Does receive it, but Elacor kills Mist and Gazzy. No scouts available. Josh and Nubby going to be going in. Gets taken down. Seeds, the lone survivor in this fight, receives Josh on his respawner. Is going to be heading all the way back here. They're just going to force them out second. 1 minute left on the clock here, Epley, and it looks like it's curtains.
I think it might just be, once again, Elacor coming in with a super important last-minute play. This time, defensive as opposed to the offensive we saw in Process, but it just shows the absolute incredible skill of these players under so much pressure. Like you say, 40 seconds left on the clock. It is basically curtains. And now this is going to be for Frenchies just taking these last few moments of the game, get a couple more frags, or at least get fragged a couple more times. Tomas padding some stats, hitting just so many shots. He's absolutely
back half as well. It comes in as well. GG has been called. It is over. It's going to be 4 Frenchies taking away this grand final game off of nerdRage. And that is incredible gameplay coming out from 4 Frenchies. They looked kind of weak in comparison to nerdRage in the first game, but really, really pulling out all the stops in the last moments.
Yeah, that was so good. What an incredible series. Even though it didn't go to map number 5, so many massive plays from all these individual players. Massive congratulations, obviously, to 4 Frenchies, but incredible showing from nerdRage. And it makes me so excited to see what's going to be happening in the upcoming ETF12 Season 2.
Yeah, it's going to be so good. We have got some numbers now to look at, please. So, yeah. So, logs up on the screen for you now, ladies and gentlemen. So, all I'm looking at is Elacor dealt 8.7k damage. Holy moly.
Obviously, shout out to, guys who were watching the whole tournament. Is all good. Is all good stuff. Shout out to obviously the players, and I don't know about you guys. I thought that was just an absolutely fantastic grand finals. It was so back and forth. It was so great. So thank you very much for what is a pretty incredible game there. And obviously shout out to everyone involved in the production side of things, all the different casters as well.
So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in for the GGtoor tournament, and we will see you in the season. Cheers, guys.